Show.
XM202.
Mexicans.
That sucks.
Lesbians.
I like that in a woman.
And every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass. I can't believe it. It's pedophile humor.
It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful. A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus.
The Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that fact.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Okay, terrific.
Mom, please stop falling. It's impossible. I'm trying to tell you that. What do you want? You want the tears to come out of my eyes?
You're just a tool.
It's over, Johnny.
Was that supposed to be sexy?
I hate this place.
Get on your hands and knees like a dog. That's it. Roll around like a dog. Roll around like a dog.
I love that one, Vince. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
It's the ONA virus spreading across America. Will you help us spread the virus? Will you?
Please. Won't you, please?
Got some very sad news that I want to start the show with, Anthony.
What?
Right after the show, I was leaving.
Yeah.
Ben had to run me down, basically, make sure I didn't grab that elevator. He had very, very important news to give to me just before I left.
Ooh.
It came to his attention that Steve the Whistler will never do our radio program again.
What?
This is huge news for the old fans of the show.
Steve the Whistler.
Steve the Whistler will not be doing our show. He hates us. He had a miserable time the last time he was on, which was a couple years ago.
He remembered us.
Well, we saw him on the Today Show.
Yeah.
Whistling in the hallway with Matt Lauer and Al Roker.
Al Roker.
And I go, Ben, oh my God, our buddy, our old pal, Steve the Whistler. Let's get him back on the program. I think he did the show a couple times, right?
I don't remember. No, I think it was once.
It was only once, that one legendary time?
One time.
Well, Eric's stuck in traffic. I think he's got clips from the last time Steve the Whistler did our show.
Oh, he does?
I believe he's going to bring some of that in today.
Brr. Put on your coats. Brr.
But it was so funny. Ben just, chased me down. It's like,
so
don't grab that elevator. And I stepped back.
Ben spoke with him or his people? Does Steve
Ben.
the Whistler have people?
Well, Ben's doing his job, and we wanted Steve the Whistler on our show, so he
try to book him.
He makes a couple calls, and Ben gets this really, really, really nasty voicemail, right, Ben?
No, I actually talked to the manager live.
Oh, the manager.
That was a woman. Well, she called and said his last name. I was like, well, I didn't realize who she was talking about, and I was like, oh, Steve the Whistler, and she said, yeah, and I said, she said, no, he's not going to do the show, and I said, well, why not? And she said he had, I think she said miserable time last, I think miserable was the word.
Miserable?
Yeah, we'll never do the show again.
Think about how we felt having to sit there watching some guy fucking whistle. That ass. Remember his CD? On the back cover, it was him, on the hood of a car. Some old, Long Island mullet muscle car kind of.
I think it was like a Corvette or something.
It was awful.
Just dressed awfully.
They're trying to look cool.
With his poofy hairdo.
You whistle, you tool. God damn. He's turning us down?
He turned us down, Anthony. He whistles like Broadway show tunes and classical favorites.
That's what he does.
And every once in a while, he'll give you a little contemporary number.
A little rock.
A little rock and roll.
He'll rock it up a little bit.
That's a little bit.
Not past him to throw a little rock and roll in there.
We messed with him so bad.
Whistle.
We were talking about this. Oh, there it is. What kind of car is that?
Oh, it's not even a nice car. It's like a Taurus. What is that?
And he's got the vanity plates that just say Whistler.
Whistler. He's sitting in the woods. Looks like he's in the woods out in Selden or something.
Hey Anthony, I'm looking at his website, man. Steve the Whistler, 2002 International Grand Champion.
2002?
Jesus, we were winning radio awards in 2002. We haven't done anything since then.
Who took his title? In 2003,
obviously,
4, 5?
Obviously, there's someone out there that whistles better than Steve.
Ben, I would say we book the guy that beat Steve the Whistler.
That's right. Let's get a little controversy going.
That's right.
In the whistling community.
Whistling community. If there's a whistling community, I hope they all die.
There is, and they have AIDS.
And then it also
Walking
says...
around in their robes. Unfinished tunes coming out of their mouths.
All whistling Philadelphia.
I can't believe this guy turned us down.
Denied by Steve the Whistler.
We were going to have him on just as a goof. And then it also says on his website, recipient of the 2003, 2004, and 2005 International Whistling Entertainer of the Year Award.
Okay. Then, look, now I'm not making fun anymore. now it's just going to look like we're jealous. What a tool. You know how stupid it looks to stand there and go, okay, do your thing. Put on that dopey pucker and just whistle a happy tune.
Let's see.
It looks ridiculous.
Well,
Opie's trolling his website.
Well, he still mentions that he was on the Opie and Anthony radio show.
He does.
Okay, that's
Does he
good.
mention I had a miserable time on?
No, he did not.
No?
Steve the Whistler has been dazzling audiences with his artistic whistling for over 48 years.
48 years? How old is he?
Looks like he's only in his 50s, so he started as a...
Probably started as a kid. It's not something you really have to be old for.
My God, we all were whistling when we were 5. Let's see. A remarkable 3-octave range on his instrument matches his enormous stylistic range. Well, they have instrument in quotations, which encompasses classical music, jazz, blues, pop, and Broadway. Ugh.
Bored.
I know. We have CDs and sound clips. Eric is stuck in traffic, so we're screwed, because I want to play some of this now.
Anywhere this guy goes, it's just about, hey, you want to whistle?
Yeah.
Family functions. Hey, Steve, why don't you whistle us a song? Oof.
Do. Happy birthday.
Yeah, he's got to whistle happy birthday. Ugh.
You know what's funny? He has a few pictures on his website, and they're all of him puckering.
Him whistling. He's all puckered up in every picture.
That is like creepy. You don't have
Maybe
to be
he's permanently like that now.
You don't have to be in mid-whistle to take some publicity photos.
He does.
People will get that you whistle. You don't have to, get your lips into the whistling position.
Yeah. What was the word that he didn't like our show? He had a miserable time?
Miserable time, yeah.
Miserable.
Miserable, yeah.
Miserable is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Unpleasant, maybe.
I think that's the strongest word a guy that whistles for a living would use.
Would use?
Oh, yeah.
A miserable time.
He certainly isn't going to call us cocksuckers.
I'm trying to remember what happened when he was in.
Gee, I don't know.
I know it was very uncomfortable.
I don't know, like when he kept playing, the music had to play for him to whistle over, and Oak kept shutting his music off, going, I don't know what happened. And the guy would be whistling. Okay. Gee, I don't know why he wouldn't want to come back.
I forgot about that. He has like a musical backing. He doesn't just whistle. He plays. It's like karaoke whistle.
You know what? That bit is great because it just shows all our personalities in one bit. The whole good cop, bad cop.
I was trying to be the nice guy explaining, I'm so sorry with the equipment problems we're having. If you please could start again, we'll get through this.
It got so uncomfortable in the studio that Anthony started to hide.
I had to hide.
And didn't you walk out of the studio? You just couldn't take it? No, you walked behind the equipment.
Come to think of it, I had a miserable time that day. He wasn't alone. I was so embarrassed to be part of this show.
And Jimmy was just cringing the whole time, remember?
I was mortified.
Yeah.
And I was sitting right next to him. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I was like,
and like the music starts, he'd start whistling, and Opie would shut the music off, and he's just in mid-whistle.
And would have to
and
stop.
He's like, oh, it's screwed up again.
And we're trying to see how many times we could stop his music.
And Opie's throwing in little things. Okay, start again if you have to. Like little things like that it just make it worse. So embarrassing.
So I guess he's doing this big publicity tour here in New York City.
New album coming out, I guess?
Probably.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Excited. I wonder what's different from the old album.
Well,
is it a new style?
Can we get one of his competitors on? I'd love to get the underbelly of the whistling community out on the air.
Let me see what
Talk about what an ass Steve is.
Yeah.
Go, that guy, he's a prima donna.
They call room service on each other and order peanut butter.
Crackers.
Look, someone's got to help us out because we could get samples.
You ruined me.
We could get samples of songs, Steve.
Oh, we can.
Can we get some samples of these songs? Hold on.
Oh, sorry,
Steve.
I hate this thing. I just found a whole whistling website that gives samples of all of Steve's competitors, so I can go and grab a whole bunch of samples.
Oh, well, that's what we need.
Yeah, we definitely need
I would love to be able to hear Steve and a competitor not knowing who's who and see if you could tell the goddamn difference.
Yeah, we'll try to guess.
Well, obviously, that's Steve. He's so much better at whistling.
This guy's got to get a hold of himself.
You can either whistle or you can't.
Right.
And most people can.
Remember, I was joining him in the whistling, too, which really made him mad.
He was very angry.
I was doing duets with the guy.
He's a solo act, dude.
I just felt like, hey, here's my turn to jump in with Steve the Whistler, do a little tune together.
Pissed him
He
off.
was getting so mad.
You could tell he was pissed when he was going, enough!
All right, here it is, Anthony. I guess his new CD is called Broadway and Beyond.
Oh, so it's like Broadway show tunes.
Now available due to popular demand.
Stop it. Demanding this.
You shouldn't use the word demand when it comes to a whistling CD.
Popular demand.
The debut recording of 15 hit tunes from top Broadway shows and beyond, from a heartwarming Les Mis medley to a stunningly beautiful rendition of the timeless classic Danny Boy.
Oh. Oh. I bet it's all like big production.
Yeah.
The music kicks in, and then all of a sudden, where a vocal is supposed to be, his ridiculous whistling. You're like, what?
Hey, I'm sorry for the new fans, but we've been like obsessed with this guy for so long. It's not even funny.
Why is that?
I don't know.
When he walked in that studio and sat down and started whistling, our mouths, our jaws just hit the ground like this guy can't be serious.
Well, the best part, most people, if they were like a whistler like this guy, they probably wouldn't take themselves seriously. They'd be like, I know it's a little weird too, but I'm selling CDs and people enjoy it. I don't know.
Like no radio appearance could possibly be miserable because you're on the radio. You're a whistler on the radio. Count your blessings.
Well, this guy takes himself so seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a nice guy when it comes down to it.
Champion, Opie.
But he takes himself so seriously. And yesterday we were watching the Today Show out of the corner of our eyes there, and he's in a hallway. Even the Today Show was like, all right, we'll put this guy on, but
you're not worthy of our studio.
No. We'll do a little piece with you in the hallway.
By the elevator.
It was by the exit door. Who are you kidding?
Al Roker's like, he was tapping his foot and rocking his fat head back and forth. It's so like, you're not taking this guy seriously.
By the way, the Today Show is yesterday news. Yesterday's
really?
news. Yeah.
I've been reading the paper a lot.
Good Morning America is about to become the #1 morning show in America.
They're looking to replace Katie, I guess.
There's
the
rumor?
Some rumors that are going around. Today in the paper, they said, what's her name from Regis?
Kelly Ripa.
Kelly is a front runner.
I hear Katie's a real B word.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've heard also possibly a C.
Oof. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Well, the news is always trying to get some new, like the it chick in there. And she was it years ago when she first got hired. She was what they called the perky one. Remember when she was perky?
Well, she's 48 now.
That ain't perky no
She was
more.
in her 20s when she started with the network.
And that you can be perky like that. But now she's kind of... The perky act doesn't quite come off anymore. Now it's like the old bitch act that, I don't know, not very popular.
No.
And as we look at the news, I see the latest story of the husband and, or the future husband, the guy and his fiancée in Georgia. She seems to have disappeared.
Just before their marriage, right?
Just before their marriage. Their wedding was coming up, and she went jogging, I guess, in the morning. She usually jogs for 40 minutes. She didn't come back, so he went out looking for her, jogged along her trail. If this sounds familiar, it's the guy that shot his wife in the head. He was supposed to go to college back east, shot his wife in the head, dumped her and the mattress in a dumpster, which went to the landfill. They searched for her for weeks. He is now in prison. Same story. This guy then goes out, walks around where she's supposed to jog, doesn't find her, starts calling like hospitals, and maybe 2.5 hours later decides to phone the cops. Everything is there at her house, so she didn't leave. It's, her pocketbook, things like that, car keys. And he's saying, he's doing a lot of talking to the press, which is just the kiss of death. It's one of those, you so did this. You're trying to explain yourself, and he's on the news just saying, I don't know, this isn't like her. I don't know where she could have gone. I just want her to come back, and, you so killed her. You are so guilty.
Just shut up and start fake crying. Don't talk.
grow a goatee, tint your hair blonde, and drive to Mexico just like they all do.
Why does she have those wide burn victim eyes in every picture? That she does not photograph well at all. Her eyes are wide open.
Oh, the missing wife? Yeah.
Oh, he couldn't take
Probably
her
what
anymore.
she looked like before he killed her.
Yeah.
Ah! What are you doing? Her eyes opened up wide. The knife went through her chest, and it's over, Johnny. It's so obvious. The cops are like, well, we're not, we're still investigating. I love that. We don't have any suspects right now.
Oh, yeah,
We're
right.
talking to the fiance, and behind the scenes they're just like, this guy is so guilty. He did a phoner to Fox News last night. A phoner to Fox News. Your fiance, the girl you love and adore, you're going to marry, is missing, and you're on the phone with Fox News, and they're asking, will you take a lie detector test? And he's saying, sure, and what did you do? Why did you wait so long before you called the cops? And he's just, like, implicating himself with every sentence.
Well, he waited 3 hours or something?
Yeah, something like 2.5 hours.
Well, cops can't do much for, like, less than 24 hours for an adult who's just back jogging.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. The thing is, you're not supposed to be thinking those things when you're in distress because a loved one is missing. You're not thinking, well, cops really can't do anything. Let me hang. Jimmy, you sound like some guy that did kill her. I was gonna. Why didn't you call the cops? Hey, I was gonna, but I know the cops can't do anything for 24 hours.
No, but I mean, would you panic? Would you panic in 3 hours? You're like, she's not back. Whatever. Who knows where she was?
If she goes jogging every day, comes back after 40 minutes. If she's not back in 1 hour, there's a huge problem. I would say. I would say you start making some phone calls.
She might have had to stop and drop a log somewhere.
You think?
Yeah, maybe behind an oak tree.
I don't know. And then, you go to look for her. That's another 40 minutes or something. You can't find her during that time. You get the cops looking. They drive around. They could look a lot better than one person can. But if you, let's say you killed her.
The night before.
Of course you're not calling the night before. Perhaps that morning. Perhaps you've gotten rid of all the body and the cleanup work you had to do. Then you wait. And you call the cops and say she was jogging. So guilty. Just watch. There she is with her big eye picture. Ah! Duluth.
All right, there you have it.
We'll keep track of this story for you.
Oh, because we're so good at news.
Yeah. That's what we do. It's all we
do. And what's going on in the Michael Jackson case? I see the front page of the New York Post.
I guess the defense has pretty much succeeded in boring the populace with this story. There is none of this sensational evidence, none of this real seedy goings-on at Neverland that really the bombshell piece of evidence.
The guy's going to walk.
He's absolutely walking now. Michael Jackson will not see one day in jail.
I gave up reading about the case.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just they bored everybody.
Every day there's 3 or 4 pages in the papers dedicated to the Michael Jackson case, and you start scanning and realize, oh, my God, this is really...
Yeah.
There's just not much here.
No. They keep thinking...
I truly believe now that he's a kid toucher.
Oh,
yeah.
But
they just don't have that one piece of evidence that's going to, nail that point home to the jury.
No, the guy was he was very careful in what he did, and there's no real huge evidence. And I guess he paid these people enough money where they're not talking. There's no kid getting up on the stand. That's what everybody thought. A kid was going to get up on the stand and talk about how Michael Jackson did this and that. It's just not happening. And then everybody the prosecution puts up there changes their testimony. It's like a mob influence. They're saying that the wife was supposed to get up on the stand and say how she was forced to say that he was a good father and a wonderful person on that documentary. And she gets up on the stand and goes, no, I wasn't forced to say anything. He's a wonderful father and everything. The prosecution's case just completely fell apart.
But she finally admitted that the whole marriage thing was a sham, right?
Yeah.
Finally.
That has nothing to do with touching kids. Yeah.
But I mean,
gonna walk.
She finally admitted that they had no real love thing happening. Yeah. They didn't even live in the same house and all that.
The guy's a gay pedophile. He likes young boys. He wasn't fooling anyone back then. With that whole Lisa Marie Presley kiss on stage at the MTV Awards. How fake was that? See her face? She made the face like that fiance. Her eyes. Ah! Michael Jackson coming towards you. Give me a. Ah! Horrific. Yeah, so that case has just bored the American public. No one really cares anymore. And he will walk.
He will definitely walk.
I don't know. I'm hoping he goes to jail.
Well, I mean, you could hope.
Kill himself.
You think he would?
Yeah. Maybe not, but I don't know. It'd be nice just to see him hanging for his jails.
I like to see the pictures because apparently that hair on his head is a wig. That came out, too. When the wind was blowing as he was walking into court one day, they zoomed in on his hairline, and there's something going on there. Like it's glued down and stuff.
It poofed up a little bit?
Yeah, kind of lifted.
Like a hovercraft?
Yeah.
Ready to take off?
Like a Jetsons car.
Really?
Yeah. So if he went to prison, that would have to go. Be like this. Imagine if he had like the horseshoe ball thing going.
Like Tom Hagen.
That would rock.
A couple of tufts of hair there. Like some old plantation slave guy with little tufts of white hair. Well, let me tell you.
I could have had you shot for that.
Too good.
We're not going to see that, though.
All right, we're just getting warmed up.
And I've shouted out a warning here. I don't know who it is.
Huh.
Steve has implicated Danny. No more porno on my computer in here. No porno sites. I tried to log on. This is the computer I use during the show. I need it for instant feedback.
What's wrong with porno sites?
There's nothing wrong with porno
All
sites.
right.
God damn it, I'll join you. I'll join you looking at the porno sites. Just not on the computer I got to use for the show. I tried to log on, and I got my instant feedback and a few news sites, and, of course, Fark.com, very, very fun site, New York Post, Drudge, things like that. And everything froze up because pop-up after pop-up was coming up with gay porno, teen suck sluts, and something with black women's asses just popping up all over the screen. And then you try to shut it down, and it just doesn't work. And I know it's not me.
I believe that site's called AskCaves.com.
Ass Caves. Okay. Could have been. I wasn't really reading.
Is that URL taken?
Ass Caves? I'm sure it is.
AskCaves.com?
Try going to AskCaves.com right now. You will get so much spyware. Like anything you try to log on to that is a sex site just loads your computer up with crap. And you get pop-ups. Ooh, this just in.
Ooh, what's that little note?
I have not used this PC in capital letters, months.
Ooh.
As if yelled. Months, Danny says. Well, Steve was blaming. I wasn't. I don't care.
Good news for everyone. AskCaves.com is not taken.
Stop it.
AskCaves.com is not taken.
Go to AskCaves.com.
I just did, look.
There is no way AskCaves.com isn't taken.
Cannot be found.
Next message. How about .net? That's probably the one they went for.
.net?
AskCaves? Where? Did you really put in AskCaves?
Hell yeah. Unless I spelled it wrong. I'm a good speller, though.
ASSCAVES.
You're going to tell me how to spell?
I know how to spell ass caves. Now you're going to make me try to do it on my computer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Screw it up. No, is it a trick?
No, it's not a trick. Maybe .org?
Doesn't sound like a .org kind of site.
Why would an AskCaves.com be taken?
I don't know. It's kind of a creepy term. No one's going to use that for a sex site. Ass caves.
Ass caves.
I would have bet ass caves would have been taken.
Nothing?
I'm registering ass caves. Ooh. Sure, it's registered by now. Someone on Whackbag. His name is Ass Caves, and he registered Ass Caves.
It's the girls that like it so much in the poop chute that starts looking like an eye socket without an eyeball.
Some people are into those big stretched, yeah. Pop a glass eye in there. The big stretched out ones. And if you're into that, wouldn't Ass Caves be a great... how about Ass Cave?
Ooh.
Try Ass Cave.
Especially if you keep finishing in there and it looks like stalactitis hanging from it.
Just hanging down. Oh,
we might have something.
I think you might have something here.
And we have
Ass Cave. And look at the picture. It's exactly like we were saying. Dude, it's Ass Cave.
It's an eye socket without an eyeball.
Extreme anal violations. These teen sluts love the action. That's what it says.
Where do you just read that?
It's scrolling underneath the Ass Cave photo.
Okay, because I was reading Ass Cave. Backdoor bitches who love taking it in the ass and then sucking them clean.
Nice.
Rear-end gangbangs and groups of guys taking turns to dump loads on our sweet little butt sluts.
They should call this goodeggs.com.
Jesus.
All right. Ass cave is
A whole
vacant.
new world of anal depravity.
Depravity.
Depravity. All right, let me go for a preview, Anthony. What the F? They're sticking carrots in there. I've seen how many carrots.
I am going to love watching you try to close this white window down. Bing, 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 bing.
Let's
Maybe
see.
5 more in its place. What is that? That is carrots. Ugh.
And corn on the cob.
That's a historic-looking piece of corn on the cob.
Let's see.
Like black and
okay.
the red kernels. I hope it's not. I hope it didn't go in yellow. It's,
There you have it. AskCave.com.
you're right. We did learn something.
We sure did.
Do we have any Whistler audio? Yeah, my heart set on something.
I know. We're
tune.
trying to stall for Eric to get here.
Oh, it was online. Okay.
Yeah, one of our guys is stuck in traffic today, so.
You think we go to the Ass Cave bit at 7:25?
7:25?
7:25?
Of course not.
That's a 9:30 bit for sure.
You think?
Well, it's later in the show before we hit the Ass Cave stuff.
I think it's just a quick goofy thing we would do just before. What did we learn?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One last thing type of thing.
A little late in the show.
Give him a little taste.
Taste of Ass Cave. It's the stretch, yeah.
You know what bit we didn't do last week because we got preoccupied? We were supposed to see what the rest of the country was doing in morning radio.
Oh, so what happened that we didn't do that?
I can't remember.
Jeez.
Remember, though? That was the bit
show
we were
lost
going
its
to.
fucking mind is what happened.
That was the bit we were going to.
That was. We actually had people on the phone, on hold, waiting for us to pick them up so they could show us what kind of shows they got going, what kind of morning shows are going on in their neighborhood.
You want to give this a try? We haven't done it in a while. I don't think we've done it since getting off the premium.
That wasn't what triggered anything, is it?
No.
Animals.
No.
Fucking mutants.
I just reading some of these
What's that, Jimmy?
for later. The Daily News jokes. These are good.
What is it, Tom? Such an ass. What is it?
The Daily News did this list of like the top 20 jokes.
Oh,
And
no.
it's been on our list for a few days, and I was just looking at it, and some of these, I don't know if I can get through the show. It's just some-
Well, we could do it after the break. How's that?
We know how funny the Daily News and the Post can be when they try to
And why don't we
make
set up
jokes.
the bit?
Do any of those end with put Velcro on the ceiling and make them jump on the bed? No? No? Well, maybe one of those jokes would end that way. Eh.
Remember the bit we would do from time to time where we would just do punchlines?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly do. That was always a popular punchline.
Yeah.
Another one is 3 if you slice them thin enough.
2 in the front, 2 in the back, 6 million in the ashtray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
All right, we should set up this bit.
Although I do remember, for some reason, Muhammad Ali was doing it. I don't know why.
Yeah, that I guess that's what made it funny.
Telling
Or
the
something.
jokes.
All right. Yeah, we want to listen to your local morning show. What the hell?
Mhm.
We haven't done this in a while. We kind of get in trouble with lawyers every time we do this, but
Let's give it a try.
let's give it a try.
Yeah.
All right.
We want to hear what kind of shows are going on out there. You know, what's your morning show sound like? Tune it in, dial us up on your cell phone, and put your phone next to the speaker when we ask you to, so we could hear the wackiness of your morning show. Hey, if they're good enough, who knows? Might find a spot here on our channel.
Are we still looking for people for our channel?
No, I think it's full up, isn't it? Yeah,
Well,
I think it is.
I know we got the one show that we can't announce yet.
Oh, we got the other one too, probably.
Really?
I don't know. Although you never know with that guy.
We definitely
Right.
got the one show, though.
Yeah.
Definitely got the one show.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
we got him.
It's just a matter of time.
Oh, yes, we got him.
Speaking of things that have nothing to do with that, our lunch with Pharrell the other day.
Yeah.
Man, did that get me thinking. If these kids, having children, people having kids, having babies, it really, the clincher was Pharrell. It just, I'm sure it's wonderful for the people that are having the kids, but it just changes your life to the point where I was so disappointed in Pharrell. I'm like, wow, we're going to lunch with Pharrell. I'm going to love sitting across from this animal and just listen to his stories about how he's destroying his life and drinking, drugging, getting thrown out of places, beat up, whatever. And he's like, I got a kid now. Oh, yeah? Let me tell you something. It's the most wonderful thing that could happen to a guy. I exercise now. I'm changing.
Exercise now.
I'm changing diapers. I'm changing diapers. And I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking Pharrell. It's Pharrell. Why was he vulnerable?
This guy has been living a keg party in his entire life.
Unbelievable.
Drugging and drinking, and now he runs
a complete mess.
Now he runs 10 miles a day.
10 miles a day.
Because he wants to stay in shape for his kid. And be there for his kid. Be
Just
a good
talking
father.
About the kid. And I'm looking at him going, this was a man bound for self-destruction, and very entertaining to watch him do it. You know? And there he is talking, again, another one just talking about his kid. I just started thinking, I'm thinking to myself, I bet if Hitler had a kid, it would have calmed the whole situation down.
Probably.
It would have been like, all the SS guys sitting around going, it used to be a lot of fun. The kill the Jew thing. Now he's like, oh, yes, let me show you my child. He's wonderful. Adolf, you want to maybe, check out the new canisters of gas we could do? Oh, no, I'm not into that anymore. Like, Eddie, if Pharrell calmed down, none of us are safe. Got to keep the... I remember when years ago, Opie was hinting that he would have liked to maybe have an heir. An heir to the Hughes throne.
Well, someone in this room has to have a kid. Jesus.
Why? Why?
Jimmy's not going to have any anytime soon.
Forget it. Forget it.
I'm not giving up on the dream, Anthony.
Oh.
I'm not giving up on it.
All right, Tony Randall. Please don't. Oh, how's it going? Oh, dude, let me tell you how cool this is.
No.
I got him a little set of rollerblades. See how cute it is when he yells at Jimmy's kid?
I feel like my biological clock is ticking, and I might have to do something drastic.
Really?
Sure.
Drastic?
Yeah, I might adopt.
Hey, you take a black, I'll take an Asian.
Adopt?
You never know.
Ooh.
I'm holding out hope.
Never grateful, the adopted kids. Never grateful. You take them out of that. It's like a puppy you got out of the pound, and they don't seem to care.
It happens to everybody, though. We all have that friend that just drastically changed after they had the kid.
They
drastically,
completely change, and it's like they have to just tell you every second how wonderful it is, and how they used to party and have a good time, but dude, it's nothing compared to the way. I didn't ask you. You're telling me, but I didn't ask.
It happens to the best of them. My sister was like this. Well, she's still hot, but I mean, she was a really hot bartender and making tons of money. She just called me up last night with this. That's why I'm quickly going to throw it out there. And she used to be the girl, like, giving you the shots and also dancing on the bar and just rocking and rolling. Now she's a mother of, 2 kids, and she called me up all depressed, telling me about her past life, and now she was invited to be part of the PTA. Oh. And she's just like, I want to kill myself now.
The PTA.
The PTA.
That's wonderful. I know you got to grow up and everything. You can't be rolling around, a keg party all the time. But it's just that once they have those kids, it's just such a drastic change. Seems like all the fun goes right out the window. Every bit of it. There's no more doing anything. Your whole life is now revolving around these little saps.
Tell me about
leeches.
We got a great example. Eric Logan, he's the pretty much one of the vice presidents of the company, head of all of programming for XM Satellite Radio. Mm-hmm. He had that kid Jackson. Since then, the whole place has fallen apart.
Yeah, see? Oh. You ever see a grown man arguing with like his 5-year-old daughter in a public place?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. It's like, you want to smack him and go, you're arguing with a 5-year-old girl. Take the whole thing out of take yourself out of the mix that it's your daughter. You know, and you have to. It's now your job.
Yeah.
You know how silly you look arguing with a kid, trying to make that point, use that stupid kid psychology? Oh, God, it's awful. Arguing with a 5-year-old girl.
See, I want to hit her and say, stop arguing with your father, bitch.
And they get all their whole day is spent like talking in baby talk, like the mothers all day long are with kids, so they're just talking in that boo language. How could that be fun?
When they try to make the kid perform for you,
Oh.
show him how you did that.
Show him. Go ahead.
It's like A, the kid is not going to do it because the
Never
kid
does.
is borderline retarded, and B, even if he does, I don't care. It's not cute or interesting. I don't care if he takes a step. Hey, there's a bear trap. Send him that way.
So.
Ugh.
Now that would be
Little
fun.
fat arm.
The best part
The
is
delayed cry. You wonder how long. Snap.
the best part. Every parent out there will tell you that their kid is ahead of every other kid.
Oh, yeah.
That is the age of their kid.
They're all a bunch of geniuses, aren't they? Only your kid. Eek.
You know, he started walking at 10 months.
Oh. Do you know he takes the books off the bookshelf and sits down and starts reading them? Do you know he's not supposed to do that for another 8 weeks?
And then you watch the kid attempt to read, and you see him. They're really just chewing on the binders.
Oh, the book's upside down. It's rubbing snot on it. Oh. Oh, look, Anthony. He wants to give you some candy. With those slimy hands, mucus saliva hands. And what, I'm supposed to take it?
Yeah, you're supposed to take it.
No.
Thank you.
I wince and pull back and cringe.
You've never held a kid and had the kid puke all over you?
I would rather stick my face in front of one of those alien eggs. When they come toward me with that goop, like a jelly bean. Yeah, jelly bean. Oh, he's got a jelly bean for you. And there's just jelly bean on his face and sticky fingers and spit.
It's nice. He's showing that he loves you.
I wince. I physically withdraw. My arms, I go, get him away! Like he's a little monster.
Have you ever changed a diaper?
I couldn't even tell you what that's about. No.
Actually, I haven't either.
You've
Thank
never
God.
changed a
No.
diaper? Good for you.
No.
Jimmy?
No.
After sex?
No. Well, I usually get up and take the one I'm laying on and throw it out.
Jesus.
Never changed the diaper, never will.
My mother, when my sister was born, I was like 11 or whatever. No, I was like 7 or 8. My mother made me watch her breastfeed, which was really kind of creepy.
A sicko.
They wanted me to show, like, this is natural and it's okay. So come in and watch my sister nursing.
Not okay.
That's creepy.
Yeah, veiny tits.
It is not okay.
Did your mom have nice,
No.
boobs that were filled with warm, nutritious milk?
Filled with life-giving fluid. Yuck.
Her boobs didn't get all engorged?
Pale, I remember.
Isn't that just an image now that's stuck in your head?
Dude, it was just, I wasn't mature enough. They were trying to be, like, kind of, like, mature, like, hey, this is a natural thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's a lot of things that are natural that I don't need to see.
There are images that'll just burn themselves in your head, and it's awful. One Thanksgiving, I guess my mom is cooking Thanksgiving, cooking the turkey, and she went in to take a nap while the turkey is cooking. So I'm walking around the house. I guess it was in my room. I don't know. But she comes out to just baste the turkey, and I guess she didn't think anybody was around, so she's in this nightgown type thing, but her ass was sticking out of it, and I walk around the corner and just see my mother bent over the oven basting the turkey, and there's just mom ass in front of the stove. I was horrified, and the image is burnt in my head. I could still see it plain as day. Mom ass right in front of the basting turkey. Every Thanksgiving, the image in my head. Thanks.
That is classic.
Throw some pants on when you're basting and your kid's home, you sicko.
That's the way every good story starts, though.
Oh, God. So the turkey baster. I took the turkey baster. Oh,
pretty hot, actually.
That is disgusting.
It is.
As hot as your mom's tit.
Well,
stop it.
She was breastfeeding. That's too nurturing. But some turkey basting, I don't know. Might have got things crazy.
Nurturing. She was cooking for her kids. Same thing, feeding her children. A couple of years later.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's awful.
I one time, and I don't know if I should say this, but it just freaked me out. It was like one time I went years ago, and I found a condom.
Oh, no.
In the toilet at my parents' house.
Oh,
I was probably 15.
Yeah.
And it was just every awful image runs through your head of what exactly happened to get. I'm like, oh, I hope Dad was doing a little party balloon trick and just threw this out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, throw it out.
All right, throw it away. There we go.
You realize what was in that condom?
Yep.
What could have been your sister Helen?
A little sibling.
Yep.
Another
swimming
sibling.
around in there.
It was just awful.
Another great instance I had was out in California. My father and his wife, Corey, she was my stepmother out there in California. Lived with them for a few years, so she became, the real stepmother role. So one day they were out of the house, and I was snooping around. You ever snoop around your parents' room? Go through the drawers and everything, see what's going on. And opened up one drawer and found an envelope with what seemed to be Polaroids inside.
No way.
So I pulled the pictures out, and there's my stepmom nude on the bed in various poses. And I'm just like going through and like, oh, this is horrible.
Was it horrible though? Wouldn't that be hot?
It was hard. No, it's my stepmother.
That's kind of cool.
No, it
Did
wasn't.
you have a hairy bush?
It wasn't. Of course, it was like 76 maybe, something like that, 75. So yeah.
Can we get the Hustler magazine we're in?
Big hairy bush.
Ooh.
You want to see what 1975 looked like?
It hit the newsstands, by the way. I'm seeing it everywhere.
Nice.
We have a nice article in the July issue of Hustler magazine, and they had this thing about I don't know, like bushes over the years, right?
Yeah. You gotta, if you're a parent of kids that are, I guess 9, 10 and older, they will go through your stuff. As a kid, I was constantly just going through my parents' drawers and stuff when they're away. You find vibrators and dirty magazines and things like that, and they will go through.
My parents didn't do any of that stuff.
Did you snoop?
I think I found my dad's condoms once.
Really?
All right, what did
found my sister's condoms once when she was like, maybe, let me think, she was like 15 or something like that, and we were moving, maybe even younger, little slut. We were moving, and me and Joe had to move the dresser, her dresser, so we picked it up, and the top drawer kind of opened a little bit, and there was like some Trojans stuck down in the drawer. Like, oh, Dawn's having sex. Ew, oh. Pretty disgusting.
Maybe she was putting the condoms over the bananas or something.
No.
All right, your stepmom.
Yeah, let me look.
All right, I'm looking at July 2005 Hustler magazine. We're in this thing, and it also has an article on 31 flavors of pink. And it's basically poo-ha over the years.
Over the years. They have one snatch for every year from 1974 to 2004. And you get a little insight on the hairstyles that were popular in any given year. What did 1976 look like? Bicentennial twat.
1976?
Yeah.
Wow. It's just a mess.
Oh! Wow. That is bad. That is a nappy, nasty black hair. There could not possibly be more hair on that.
Who was eating poo-ha back in 1976?
Porn stars.
Who the hell was eating poo-ha?
But that's what it looked like. She was a redhead, though. So it was kind of more reddish.
Right. Looked like
Bozo
the Clown
lighter.
down there.
No, not that red. Bozo the Clown red. Bozo with a hatchet wound.
How does anybody like hair? Hey, that looks good. It looks too young on a shit. Just take it all off.
You like it all gone?
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
All right, I'm in a little bit of a panic here, I got to admit.
Why?
Because I'm looking at, these pictures from 1974 all the way up to the present, okay?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a trend here, Anthony. 2001, the women still had a lot down there, but it was shaved really close.
Yep.
It was kind of like they had like the Kid and Play hairdo down there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Keeping it tight.
Keeping it tight, but it was kind of long.
A wide strip.
A wide strip.
Like a retread.
That didn't start above, the dream spot.
No.
It was on the sides as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And then 2002, it all started to make sense. Completely clean.
Yep.
Completely. 2003, completely clean.
Yep.
2004, now, according to Hustler Magazine, this is the trend.
Yeah.
There are women out there that'll just keep it clean for the rest of their lives. I understand that. But I'm talking about trends now. 2004, there is a little action going on again.
The return of some hair.
Now, and that looks beautiful, right?
Uh-huh.
There's nothing wrong with that, right? Just
that's right.
Just a little bit above the dream spot.
Mm-hmm.
A little thin little thing above the dream
Sure.
spot. But now I'm starting to think, are we heading back into this direction? I got to
Oh, my
I got to
goodness.
get back to this page over here.
Do you think it's going to come full circle?
Everything comes full circle.
And people are going to think, why shave?
Everything comes full circle.
People will get bored with the clean shave.
And it just starts with a little look.
And
it
it's
looks
going to
all
be new and exciting to have a
Yeah.
big, hairy muff. Mm.
Hey, man, the black dudes are starting to grow the afros again.
Yep.
So
Could be a trend.
could be a trend.
I'm not a fan of the hair, but I don't mind. I'll tell you one thing I've had which was okay. You ever have a chick with hair under her arms?
See, that's sick and disgusting.
I've had a couple in my life that,
Yeah.
in any given moment, for forever, no, but at times a little hair can be okay.
She would have to be the hottest chick in the world to get past the point that she's got hairy armpits.
Maybe no deodorant? Who's looking?
Oh! Give a
Tell
little
you.
sniff.
That can be very sexy.
What about hairy legs?
Don't even come near me. In Brazil, they all have hairy legs.
Really?
All of them. They have very hairy legs, and they dye it blonde, and that's like a sexy thing in Brazil is to have hairy, because they have brown skin. They're very beautiful women. But the leg is all blonde, little wispy blonde hairs that they dye.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not my thing. I mean, it's part of their culture, but I'm not a fan. I like completely smooth legs, completely smooth, everywhere, even under the arms. But occasionally, you'll meet someone who they'll raise their little hand, and it's a little hair, and you'll go, "Oh, you're just dirty. You're just really natural."
There's nothing there for me.
I know, very rarely for
Nothing.
me, but occasionally it will hit me.
It's just absolutely awful.
Isn't it usually?
It is just.
Isn't it usually very hairy down below? Also, if they got hairy
Not
armpits?
necessarily. I mean, again, I've only experienced it a couple times. It's not been a long-term thing for me. It's certainly not something I like on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
But just a couple times I've seen it, like where it was like, I was in that mood, and it just kind of hit me as just wrong.
I think any
dicey,
girl.
I think.
Any girl that does that is definitely bisexual.
Yeah,
There's
just
something
dicey.
going on there, man.
You see them with the white
they'll
beaters
say
on
no.
walking
It's
down
about
the village and
women's lib and all that. No,
Yeah.
it's not. You got some kind of bisexuality
You
going
see them
on.
with the mullet hair walking down the West Side Highway, the bike trail or something, down there by Chelsea. They got the wife beater shirt on, and the hairs are tuffed out under their arms.
They're sneaking out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't like it like that. Like I don't like kind of like a butch,
No, I understand what you're saying. You're thinking like hippie chick kind of.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking the hippie chicks that think they're doing something different, I think that in reality there's some kind of bisexual thing
That's
happening
fine.
as well. Jim in North Carolina, what's up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, let's go, Jim.
All right. Yeah, I had a story about nude mother pictures. I heard you guys speaking about it before, but it's kind of old now that the show's gone on. But anyway, I was hanging out with my buddy, and we were snooping around, and his stepfather used to keep some grass in the cabinets. We used to like to rip them off. But one day we went through there, and we found pictures of his mother getting it in the ass by his stepfather. Yeah, and there were plenty of very good photos. So I slipped a couple in my pocket and showed them to the rest of our buddies, and he had to live with "Can I fuck your mother?" for
Oh my God.
yeah, pretty much a while.
That's similar to a story I got here. Jeff and Edison, 15 years old, 1979. Me and friends went to another friend's dad's drawer, found Polaroids of his parents naked, one of the mother blowing the father.
Ooh.
Took it, passed it around school. Everyone saw it. Big hairy muff, droopy tits, father hung like a pinky. And there it is now. Everyone in school sees it. How embarrassing.
Yeah, you got to bring something like that to school.
Oh, of course.
Mark in Oklahoma City. What's up, Mark?
Hi, guys. How you doing today? Congratulations there the other night, Jimmy. Wish I could have been there.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
One of these days, I'm going to take me a trip from Oklahoma City and go up there to New York City and see you guys live.
What if we were to hit the road ourselves there, Mark?
Ooh.
Maybe we should do a little road trip.
Hey, you guys could broadcast down here at the Murrah Building here in Oklahoma City.
I'd say we
very
get
funny.
I say we get ourselves a convoy and go from New York to California.
Well, you guys were talking about people showing nasty parts of their bodies and stuff. I remember when we was little kids, my oldest brother's wife was over breastfeeding their son at the table one time, and me and my younger sister was sitting there, and I guess the baby's suction quit or stopped, something, and nipple popped out of his mouth and shot breast milk all over me, my brother, and my sister.
Oh, my God. I would...
All on our food. My sister started crying,
Eek.
and you guys was talking about body hair and stuff. I used to live in Germany. My father was in the military. We were stationed over there. And I was dating a German girl, and she asked me if I wanted to meet her down at the swimming pool one day. I said, okay. Went down there, and she had a bikini on. I ain't shitting you. She had the hair, like, you know how us guys get that little line of hair from our pubes up to our belly button?
Yeah.
She had that up to her belly button. I just like...
Yeah, sometimes you see that on the beach.
I ain't seen her.
Yeah.
Anyhow, punch it out, fellas.
That's a good one, Mark.
Quickly, the guy mentioned, of course, Jimmy's show, which went swimmingly. Yes. Went wonderful. I was going on the Whack Bag and reading some of the message board, and Jimmy posted a thank you to the listeners and stuff, saying that it was very cool for them to show up and how cool they were, and you know they were there from the start of this whole thing. And I copy and pasted it and just wrote yuck underneath like Jimmy's whole thing, thanking the listeners. Because like there's a whole bunch of posts of, dude, you know, we're here for you, and a lot of the listeners like thanking you. I just posted what Jimmy wrote and then wrote yuck under it, and I got hammered, man. Dude, give the guy his moment. Like they saw no humor in it whatsoever. And I was going to respond like I'm only kidding, and I'm like, no, screw this. Why? It's so funny. Like I would ever go ugh to like Jimmy being sincere and be serious about it. Dude, give him his moment, man.
We rarely get serious on the show, and when we do, we just get smashed for it. It's the best.
Jimmy was being totally sincere.
I thanked Whackbag and Cringe. I'm like, you know, whatever, you guys started so much, and then I got shit from OpieandAnthony.net. I'm like, well, dude, we all showed up too. I'm like, and like one guy was a real sarcastic prick in an IM. I guess OpieandAnthony.net doesn't merit a thank you, do we? I'm like, all right. So my apologies. I went over there and posted. I was just not intentional slight.
All these message boards are trying to compete with each other, and they're trying to get us involved. And no.
It's really funny.
They all serve a purpose.
Yeah.
They really all serve a purpose. They're trying to do a divide and conquer. They write me, you know, emails on the side. Do you understand what they do over there, and we don't do that over here? It's like we're supposed to all be on the same team.
Yep.
As long as they are quote fan sites, we don't care. At times you read some of these sites and you realize they're not really fan sites, but
okay. Yuck.
Oh, there it is. All right, go down. Go down. Let me see what the next guy wrote. Come on, Ant. Let him have his moment.
Let him have his moment.
Oh, is there a problem between you two? Is this what's going on? You and
me and Jimmy.
You and Jimmy. Something you want to get off your chest?
No,
you sure?
not on the air, man. Not on the air. Get off the air.
I probably deserve a drippy sap I am. The funniest thing, like, I stop at my blog because I got bored. And plus I'm creatively here. There's nothing better than talking all day.
Well, when we were off the air, you had the blog going. It was hysterical.
But it saps you being in studio, you know, because you're talking. But the last time I went on and posted was after Carson died. And I posted something sincere, and did I get my face smashed. I wanted to laugh, and I waited for this drippy shit. Oh, they really gave me a beating.
You still have that up there?
I don't know.
Come on, you have it.
It probably is. I haven't gone to the blog since then.
Can we read it on the air?
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing funny about it.
Good one,
I know,
his dead ass, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, it was stuff like that.
It's not going to get you on the Tonight Show.
The next time I want to read about someone's dead ass being kissed, they gave me a beating.
Really?
Which was funny.
It really was.
Oh, they smashed my fat face.
Let's go to Spencer in Michigan. Spencer.
Hey, back to finding stuff in your parents' drawers. I was going through when I was 13, and I looked through and I found a slip of paper, kind of instructions of what you're supposed to do after an abortion in my mom's drawer.
Wow.
Oh, you could have had another sibling there, bro.
Oh, I can't look at my mom the same anymore. Ugh.
It'd be funny if they had the information with your picture paper clipped to it, like as a reminder. As a reminder of what happens if these procedures aren't followed.
All right, let's go to Bubba in Oklahoma. Bubba.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Bubba?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
You tell us, bro.
No, you talking about your mom and shit. I got married. My mom and dad are divorced. I brought my new wife home to meet my mother. Walked in the house, her and her new boyfriend are in the kitchen, butt naked. She's on his knees, sucking his dick.
Stop it.
I'm dead fucking serious. That's a hell of a way to introduce your new wife.
It certainly is.
Did she have good technique?
I didn't stay and watch that long. I was just ill.
Oh, all right. All right, thanks, bro.
Yeah, later.
Bye.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
You really don't believe that much?
Bunch of malarkey.
Do we want to read this?
It? That quick?
Goodbye.
Oh, my God. I don't have to read it on the air. It's too long.
This is
embarrassing.
This is Goodbye, Johnny.
Faggot I am.
I woke up this afternoon. Aww.
Yuck.
To learn what the rest of the country already knew. Johnny Carson had died. I'm greatly saddened by his death. All right, Lincoln.
I stink.
I'm greatly saddened by his death. He was one of my true idols from childhood. I am not necessarily sad that he died. He was 79. Ruled the late-night television for 30 years and is as much a part of... you didn't write Americana and put it in quotation marks. You did not write Americana as baseball or rock and roll. Wow.
I'm glad this is long. Yuck.
Why? We got time.
Now we got a break, dude.
No, we really
on for an hour. People,
truth, we really don't have to.
I got a
today.
tinkle. Commercials. We're getting calls already.
I can remember being 12 or 13 and my mother knocking on my bedroom door telling me to get to sleep as I stood in front of my black and white television jerking off to Johnny Carson. No, of course not. With a tape recorder, taping comedians on The Tonight Show. Well, that's kind of cool. It's nothing real. The first paragraph
Dude, believe
rough,
me,
Jimmy.
as you're reading it, I want to take my own hand and mush my fat face into the console. Americana.
Well, right after the Americana line is pretty interesting.
Like
If,
Rockwell?
if given the opportunity, I'd happily ditch my career in life and trade it for his.
Oh. You'd rather be dead?
Sometimes, Ant.
All right, well.
All right, I see cock blocked. That's nice. You got a little blue.
Should we get... Eric, go through this. Get the good stuff for after the break.
Come back and be one line or something at the end. Ugh.
I know. I'm trying to look for some other maudlin piece of crap like Americana.
I should be fucking beaten for that. I really am.
Part of Americana.
But now on my blog, all I'm doing is posting Rockwell paintings. Fucking jizz bucket. Ugh, melodramatic sap.
All right. Well,
I like the last sentence. That's a good one.
I should be just kicked.
Mm-hmm. He was a large part of my youth, and his death just reinforces that I am indeed getting older, and the days of childhood hero worship are gone forever. I loved Johnny Carson for making me laugh, and I loved him for what he taught me. I only wish I could have let him know it.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Boy, I really have to post something after that. Some type of a hooker story or something awful.
It's actually not as bad as I thought.
Thanks.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Drip.
It's fine.
Drip.
Maybe I should. You know, what I should have done. I should have wrote a poem about Johnny
Aw.
and what he meant to me. You were a millionaire and I'm not. Fuck you, corpse.
Here's one of the responses to Jimmy's blog post.
We
from
could
Scrotum 3.
We could play Empty Garden for you in memory of Johnny Carson, if you like. You got that song for Jimmy today?
Scrotum 3. I waited over a month for this blubbering sob fest. Your life's about as exciting as my paraplegic cousin who needs a mechanism to breathe. Blubbering sob
That was
fest.
I remember reading that one.
Yeah.
I found an empty garden.
I guess the thing that bothers me most about his death is that I'm finally being forced to recognize that he is not coming back.
Did I write that?
You wrote that. I've known it all along, and yet There was always that little part of me that hoped he would make a triumphant return and things would be just like they were before. I missed the sense of wonder I got from watching him, the sense of awe. No one on television does that for me anymore, and I doubt anyone ever will again. He was a funny human being, as there ever was. Self-deprecating, impeccable timing, and an absolutely razor-sharp wit. Only when watching 100 other talk show hosts can you really appreciate the greatness of Carson. Well, that's true. But people are going here for a good, so I was fucking her in the ass. And they get that. Actually makes a lot of sense. A couple of little, what was the word?
Let's hear the
blubbering sob fests. Blubbering
Now choke yourself. God damn it, are you fucking with me? You can act like a man.
It's over, Johnny.
Scott G. Hey, Lil Jimmy, you don't post for weeks and weeks, and then a week post. Sob, sob, boo-hoo.
Okay, terrific.
You're just sad because now you can't get a picture with Johnny, celebrity whore. Just a good-natured ribbing. You know I love you. Yeah, he came back. Mike said, this just in, Dear Abby is doing dick jokes. And Sticky White Discharge says, you suck. It's about time you posted something new here. Get your flabby white tits on here more and remove your nose from Johnny's rotting ass.
And a man like you, this kind of boy can be made to look ridiculous. And I've been knocking, but no one answers. And I've been knocking. You had best unfuck yourself, or I will unscrew your head and get down your neck.
Didn't appreciate the
as they
blog
should,
post.
as they shouldn't have. There are other ones I would have preferred.
And I know that song was for John Lennon. Let's relax. It worked.
Very good.
All right, Anthony, we do have people calling in with their local shows.
Oh, that's right. That's what we were doing.
So we got to kind of clear the phone lines as far as the other stuff goes. Found homemade dildo in Mom's drawer. Well, it's Shannon.
Homemade.
Wait,
Yeah,
let's see what
we
this
gotta
is
go
about.
here.
My God, we're never going to break. Shannon from Ohio, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, Shannon.
Good morning. Hi. I found when I was about 12 or 13, I was snooping through my parents' drawers, and I found a box of unlubricated condoms and some kind of a piece of wax that had been carved into the shape of a cock.
Wax cock.
Oh, my God. I mean, it wasn't even, it was, you could just sort of hold it up and just barely tell that it was the shape, but,
What year was this?
This is, oh, God, like maybe 89, 90?
Yeah.
No, it's probably like 92. I don't know, but somewhere in there, I was like a freshman in high school, and it just made me want to vomit, and so I just took it.
You took it?
I couldn't, I don't know why. I just freaked out, and I just took it.
Melt it down. Leave it in our drawer. Just melted blob.
Well, that's the kind of retarded thing. Like, I didn't get rid of it, but I didn't use it or anything. I mean, get bored. But
Using it would have been really sick.
But just the thought of them having that made me want to throw up, and God knows they never asked me about it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, you can't say, did you see my wax cock, honey?
Pass the pee. Where's my wax cock?
Ring, 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 banana phone. Ring, 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 banana phone.
Anyway,
stuck in of my head for a while. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon, for that call. All right, so once again, why don't we set up the bit? We got to listen to other shows around America today, Anthony. The
Yes,
local
see what's
morning
going
shows
on?
all over the country. We're still looking for people to join this fine channel on XM Satellite Radio.
Yes.
We do have one show, I believe. No, we do know. They are signed.
Yeah.
They are signed.
Mm-hmm.
They are signed. And we're
Can
going to
you
need a few
say
others.
The show is signed? Because I don't know if it's they or is it he.
They. They are signed.
Look at me trying to add some mystery. Well, but Anthony said.
I know.
Dude, but I heard.
A fine husband and wife team.
Yes, that's right. A husband and wife team.
That'll throw him off a little bit.
Not really.
Frank, hey Frank, you're on the Opie and Anthony show. Hi, Frank.
That's great.
No, it's a husband and wife team.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So
we should get to that.
Yeah, we will a little later.
Eventually.
Because we have to do this morning show thing.
Yes, we do.
So if you're listening, God, I hope you're not listening.
No, they're listening to us, but then they turn that on so they could participate in this program.
So they can help us out. So we want to
Sure.
listen to other morning shows around America. Hey, let's be honest. We pulled this bit out of our back pocket when we have nothing else planned. And then we get to just goof on other people, and it's very easy radio to do, okay?
Always fun.
Also, Eric has arrived. He was stuck in traffic, Anthony.
Oh, there he is.
And he's got a clip of our exclusive interview at the time with Steve the Whistler.
Great. I cannot wait to hear it.
Why don't we do it now?
Let's
Or do you
do
have
it.
to take a leak?
I got a tinkle, but if you want to do it when we come back from break, whatever you guys want to do. I have to whiz, though. It has been an hour and 10. You want to do it now? We'll do it now. I don't care. I'm not in an emergency.
You sure?
Dude,
Yeah,
enough
man.
with the breaks. Enough
Yeah.
with the breaks, dude.
I don't have. I can
An
sit
hour
there
and
for
10 minutes straight.
You notice they're starting to play commercials?
Dude.
Yeah, 4 in 4 hours. Let's
Yeah.
calm down a little bit. We used to play
Nice.
20 minutes of commercials an hour.
Relax.
That would add up to 20, 40, 80 minutes of commercials in one radio show.
Dude.
Holy S.
80 minutes.
Close to 80 minutes when you add the promos and everything and the live
Wow.
reads. We're
Boy,
doing
what
an
a
hour
breeze.
and 20 minutes more radio every single day for you fine folks.
What a breeze that
Minus
would
the
be.
4 or 5 minutes. All right, I understand. So we'll call it an extra hour a day.
Right.
Than the old days. Hence the dead spots in the program.
Dude.
All right. Well, that's why the MiFi is good, though. I don't understand why everyone out there doesn't have a MiFi. I understand, but the prices are coming down because that's what I'm.
They
gonna
are
get.
drastically.
Dude, do you understand? They're expensive, blah blah blah. But they are coming down in price.
They're really drastically.
It's
they've
the
dropped.
best way to go.
Because they got new ones coming out, new models.
I mean, I do the show with these guys every day, and I'm bored by it. So I record the whole thing on my MiFi, and I zip to the parts I want to listen to.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You zip to the part of you yelling and cut out Jimmy yelling. You yelling. Cut out me going, holy shit.
Better zip through it on the first replay.
Really?
Yeah, because the Tommy Chong interview was so much more
Yeah.
interesting.
Good one. Good call, Elo.
They really dropped the ball on that one.
Yep.
All right, here's the deal. So it's Steve the Whistler. We started the show with Steve the Whistler. So if you're just tuning in, I guess now you'll have to listen to the replay. See how this works? I like the fact that the show just runs all day long so you can catch up on storylines and stuff. Steve the Whistler. And why don't you give the quick intro to this again?
Steve the Whistler. He's like some whistling champion. Plays some music and then whistles on top of it. And he's, for some reason, voted Best Whistler of 2002, something like that. And we had him on the show. And, of course, he wasn't one of the A-list guests that would be treated cordial and nicely on our program. So it got a little embarrassing.
Well, the guy takes what he does very seriously.
Very serious.
And we saw him on the Today Show, I think, yesterday. So we called, we talked to Ben. We're like, Ben, you got to get our old pal Steve the Whistler on the show. And he said he would never do our show
Old
again.
pal. He saw it differently.
Yeah, he said he had a miserable time with us.
Miserable was the word.
So Eric brought in a little clip of Steve the Whistler's appearance on our show, Anthony. We'll stop it as we go here, but let's go to the tape. Oh, okay. This is all right. This is right. This is the bit we were talking about earlier, where now he's showing us what he could do with his whistling skills. and I'm stopping the CD. He's got a CD that accompanies his whistling.
I have not heard this since the day it happened.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this
Day
is
it happened.
classic.
Neither.
I guarantee FedEx from oavirus.com, he'll put the whole bit up there, because I think it's like an hour long.
Dude, why are you plugging that site? Dude, what about my site? I got audio.
You know, I just got an email like that the other
Did
day.
you?
Yeah, the guy's like, hey, man, what about dog shit or something like that? I don't,
Well, it stinks. And
I guess there's a site, dog shit or something like that is pissed off because we're promoting oavirus.com.
It happens.
That's the site that has all the old audio from our old show.
Deal with it.
All right, whatever. Okay, here we go. So this is where we're stopping his poor CD as he's trying to whistle for us.
What happened? What happened?
What happened to the CD?
Who happened?
Put it in the,
Steve, I'm sorry.
You put it in the wrong one, dude. No, something happened to CD4.
Oh, he's just stopping his music. You are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but then we're good cop, bad cop.
And we're like, oh, what happened? Like, we're all disappointed, too. We all get like, oh, geez,
my
what
God,
happened?
what happened? We're in the middle of
CD4,
this great thing.
Which one was it?
Right.
Trying to throw some technical jargon at him to confuse him. And he's got to stop, restart.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
What happened to the CD?
Who happened?
Put it in the,
Steve, I'm sorry.
You put it in the wrong one, dude. No, something happened to CD4. All right,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Steve
the
the
one
Whistler.
that wasn't working last time. I'm sorry.
Steve the Whistler.
Maria,
which one is this?
Maria
from West Side Story.
All right, here we go again.
Listen in. Steve the Whistler.
What?
Oh,
God
damn
damn
it.
What's going on with the CD
Dude, you got
player?
it.
That's the third time you've had a problem with that one.
Clean it.
This is the same one that was skipping earlier when we
Put it in the other one. But take the CD and rub it on.
Your helmet.
I'll try that. I'll try CD2. Here we go. From West Side Story. Steve, I'm embarrassed. Turn it off and turn it on. And can you turn it off from the back there?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I was laughing so hard I had to hide. So I ran behind the equipment. I used to have this little space behind all the equipment. I could run if some hooker was beating me up or I was laughing too hard and had to leave the situation. So I'm back there, and now Opie's telling me to fix something back there, and I'm laughing. You can hear it in my voice. I'm doing it. I got it. I'm on it. Because I'm so embarrassed.
Steve, I'm embarrassed. Turn it off and turn it on. And can you turn it off from the back there?
I'm doing it. I'm holding the button down. I'm holding the button.
Track 4, right?
No, track 9. Steve,
Track-
I'm sorry.
Track 9.
It'll work now, though, guaranteed, because I saw the light on here and I pressed the breaker.
Yeah, 9.
I'm sorry, Steve.
The breaker. What am I running? A power generating station?
Press the breaker?
The breaker. I pressed the breaker on the CD player.
Ant just wanted to disappear. So he did. He went behind the equipment. He couldn't take it anymore. And the best was Jimmy was still in studio, and you were just getting mortified and more and more embarrassed.
I had to have eye contact with him.
Yep. Eye contact. You were less than a foot away from the guy.
Awful.
Light on here and I pressed the breaker.
Yeah, 9.
I'm sorry, Steve.
It's okay. Here we go.
No, it's not.
Steve the Whistler.
I'm holding it down.
Steve, you got
Not
another
the CD, dude, because it was fine before. You played other stuff on the CD. It was fine.
Steve, you got another copy of the CD? Did you burn this one yourself, Steve? Yeah, Steve's getting another copy. Oh, Steve, I see the problem. Look at the back of this thing. It's all smudged and stuff. You got some cleaner? I'm back.
See the problem? It's my finger.
Steve, you got some cleaner?
I don't have any.
You got any clear stuff to rub on that?
No, here, give it to me. No, give it to me. I'll try to clean it with my shirt. This happens. Make sure you're putting it in the one that I was pressing the button on in the back.
All right.
Let's try this. Oh, God.
Hey, not this.
This is embarrassing, and this is not the way to run a goddamn a radio station. I'm sorry, Steve. Steve the Whistler. Where did... Yeah, I'm embarrassed now. Do you want to try one more time? We don't have to.
Acting lessons, whistling lessons.
I can't believe this. Do you have another I see you looking. Do you have another...
Well, not of that particular one, but, we can try a different CD
Is that
with a
the one?
different kind of thing.
All right, let me... Try this song. I want to hear this song. It sounds beautiful and okay.
Perfect good cop,
What a
bad cop.
dick I am. It sounds beautiful.
Because the gag's not as funny if we go to
if
another
you go to another
track at
song,
this
not
point.
as funny, right? It has to be the same stupid song in the same spot.
And I thought we were losing him because I was
Did
hoping
you hear
he
when
wasn't going to go for
whistling?
that.
He goes, now he's pissed. He's sighing. This is Steve the Sire.
I'm sorry this is such a bad copy. I know someone out there has a really good copy of this. What is all this?
It makes it through.
Oh, okay. Hawk. 08virus.com, I'm sure, has a really good copy of this, the whole bit.
Beautiful and okay. There seems to be a problem with the CD player. It was skipping. The first track was skipping a little. Is it our equipment? Because then I would really be
Flabbergasted.
Mortified. Let's try mortified. Let's try it again here. All right. One more time.
That's not going. Stuck.
Oh, Jesus.
How'd you do that?
Huh?
How'd you do that?
I just pushed a button on the CD player.
I thought you were able to turn it off and not make it skip like that. Oh, that poor douchebag.
Well, I had to come up with something different, you know?
Of course.
Then he might have been on to us. He gets all confused because he notices that it's the same note going over and over again. Listen.
That's not going. Stuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, nice tone, though, right?
Yeah, that was. I apologize.
All right.
Oh, God. Well, Steve, I think we're going to have to just take your word for it.
Look at Ben. That was I love the Ben. Ben just went. We were all just trying to play it safe. We all just want to burst out laughing horribly, and then Ben's like, "Oh fuck it, this is way too funny. I gotta laugh."
He's the champion whistler. I guess we're just gonna have to take your word for it.
Well, Steve, I think we're going to have to just take your word for it.
Jerking and jerking.
Where did everyone go? What's wrong with you, Ben? Steve, I work with a bunch of lunatics. I'm sorry. I don't know where Anthony went. I don't know where Ben went. Jim, why would you look at Steve?
I have no problem looking at Steve. It's you I don't want to look at.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God, that was really bad.
See, our problems are deep rooted.
It all goes back to Steve the Whistler.
Yes,
he was my find.
But all of a sudden, everyone they couldn't take it anymore, and everyone left the studio, except Jimmy and I were left in the studio. Ant just hit again.
I walked way back into the machinery. You couldn't even see me.
And everyone just started walking out of the studio.
Yeah. That wasn't the beginning. There was other stuff that led up to it, and I'm sure it was like unpleasant by that point, so it was just so awkward.
That was a long bit. That's just a little taste in a bad copy, unfortunately. I apologize for that, but it was topical, so we decided to go with the bad audio.
Yeah. Steve the Whistler. He's promoting a new album. He will not come on this program because he says he had a miserable time.
Yeah.
And what you heard there was a miserable time he was having.
Yeah.
Their equipment doesn't work.
My favorite part of that whole thing is Ben laughing in the background.
Oh, God. What a cackle.
This is from his new CD. This is Danny Boy. I gotta tell you, the whistling just wrecks the song.
It totally does.
Like I told you, on Sunday mornings, I don't mind listening to some of this mellow stuff. I couldn't listen to this.
But this? It's the rating.
I could listen to, the instrumentals of some classics. I don't mind it.
It's like tremolo in there. It's like a ray gun from a bad 50s movie. Ugh. I will disintegrate you.
Sounds like a smoke alarm about to really
Yeah, or
go
a
nuts.
smoke alarm, something awful.
All right, well, there you have it. Steve the Whistler, blah, blah, blah.
I can't.
Now we
whistle.
lost the phones again, Anthony, so we got to set up the bit. We really need your help
Come
here, guys.
on.
We have a lot of fun with this. You know there's a good, wink, wink, good morning show in your area.
Mm-hmm.
We want to hear them today, okay? We want to hear them. We want to go all over the country and get a little sample and taste of what other shows are doing this morning, okay?
Your morning shows.
I apologize we didn't get to you guys, but we're going to take a break. When we get back, we want to go right to the phones and see what's going on out there, okay? Mm-hmm. Help us out, please. Please? Please? Please?
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Odaday virus.
Here are some of the sounds of Sandy Kane, just to give you an idea.
Okay. Anyway.
Was that I don't want it?
No, play the I don't believe. No, next one. This one.
All right.
I don't play.
Now, I got to explain that one.
What?
I got to explain that one, and then we'll play it again.
Okay.
Sandy Kane was in, and she took her clothes off, and we noticed she had a hemorrhoid. A very prominent hemorrhoid. So we got one of our listeners to come in to apply Preparation H to her hemorrhoid. And this guy was a real jokester. He loads up his finger with Preparation H, and as Sandy Kane is talking, in mid-sentence, he shoved his finger right up her ass. So what she's saying is something like, she was trying to say, I don't believe I'm doing this. And she goes, I don't believe, and you could tell right when his finger shoved up her ass by her going, I don't believe. So listen again.
I don't believe.
That is her getting a finger stuck up her ass. And then the was another time where she was just standing there and he did it again with two fingers.
You guys being mean.
Well, the ow, too.
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah. Ow. Ow. What, do you have big fingers? Big fat fingers or something?
You know something? I don't even remember, but when you put two of them together and
This might be the one right here.
Yeah, that was it. She was just standing there and he jammed it. He just jammed two fingers. Ow!
You're a filthy whore! Ow!
Nothing else makes that sound.
Oh, you guys.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Spread the virus.
This
We're on XM Satellite Radio. Yes, Anthony?
Just saw on the news, Sirius signed Steve the Whistler to his own channel for $500 million a year. So that'll help them out. Apparently they need all the help they can get. I guess they just posted their report for the quarter.
Ooh.
And unlike XM Satellite Radio, whose losses narrowed
in the first quarter.
Yeah. Sirius Satellite, their losses widened from $144 million in losses to $193.6 million. Yeah, so they're kind of having a tough time over there.
They're a cute little company trying to do what we're doing.
I'll tell you something. It's very difficult to start up a business, and especially a company like satellite radio. There's a lot of overhead. There's a lot of things that have to be done. You got to put friggin' satellites in space, for God's sake. So it takes a lot of money. And the trick is, at the beginning of the whole thing, is to get to the point where you start narrowing your losses. where you're not losing as much money every quarter as you were the quarter previous. And XM is doing that. And then eventually you cross over to that point where you're actually starting to make money.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. It really looks like Sirius is going to have a tough time getting that to that crossover point.
And the Howie money's not even figured into
Not
that
factored
yet.
in yet. $500 million isn't even factored into this yet.
Yeah, good move by the Little Dog Company.
Good luck to you.
You hired a guy that doesn't want to do radio anymore and lost his sense of humor probably 10 years ago.
Hey, how many Howie fans got in Sirius at $9 a share, huh? Ooh, it's going to the top. How many bought in at $9 a share? All I know is I saw it was 4 something yesterday. 4 and change. Oh, and I'm sure this news is not going to bode well today.
All right, why don't we hit the phones, Anthony, because I don't want to lose these guys again. They're
No.
really trying to help out the show today. Jimmy, you didn't do this bit with us yet.
No, I was actually in Baltimore the first
Well,
time
you
you guys did it.
You were the
Baltimore.
inspiration for this bit because we were listening in on an interview you were doing for another radio station, and we said, hey, that went so well, we could kill more time by just listening to other shows.
Baltimore.
And it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do it again today. We're going to go right to North Carolina and say hi to Tim. Tim, what's going on?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. You tell us.
Well, my station's on a song right now.
What song are they playing?
Offspring, The Kids Aren't All Right.
What?
The Kids Are All Right by The Offspring.
The Offspring.
Yeah, the Offspring doing. Okay. And what show are we listening in on?
It's the Mad Max Morning Show down here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. They're actually out of Myrtle Beach, but they're syndicated to Jacksonville.
The Mad Max Morning Show.
Wow. Is he insane?
Yeah, it's Mad Max and Special K.
And Special K.
Is he like wacky? Is he crazy? Because you can't be Mad Max and be mellow.
He's kind of wacky.
Kind of wacky.
But the song is coming to an end, so let's see if
All right, let's hear.
All right, let's hopefully listen to Mad Max talk.
They went straight to commercial. Damn it.
Well,
that's a hell of a show.
There you go.
Yeah, they came back off the commercials, said the call letters, said who they were. They went right into a song.
Well,
now they're a commercial.
What's his benchmark bit?
I'm sorry?
What's his benchmark bit? Like Anthony and I guess it would be Whip 'Em Out Wednesday. If it's Howard, it's he complains a lot. You know, what's his thing?
Well, he still does a lot of the prank calls. Like Jacksonville's the home of Camp Lejeune, the Marine Corps base, and during the war and stuff, they'd call hotels in Baghdad and tell them that they need to reserve 200,000 rooms for the Marines that are going to come and kill them all. And
What have we got here? What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
That's awful.
And they do prank calls and a lot of stuff that new guys are starting out doing.
Basically, he stinks.
All right. Well, we like you though, Tim. Can you hold on for a little longer?
I can hold on. Yes.
All right. I'm going to go to another show and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay? We got
What a surprise! They were in commercial.
Let's go to John Derringer.
I like that.
Chris in Toronto. What's up, Chris?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Maple Tits, how are you?
Oh, hey, that's good. How you doing?
Are you one of our fine Canadian listeners listening to XM Satellite Radio illegally?
Yes, sir, I am.
This is taking over the world. I get email from north of the border.
Oh,
yeah.
Don't say where, though.
Don't want to get Chris in trouble, but they're listening to XM Satellite Radio illegally.
Actually, I came and got my radio in Buffalo when I went and saw you guys.
Oh, very
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Right now they're playing Bryan Adams.
Oh, there's a surprise.
Bryan Adams,
Yeah.
Another Canadian.
The Canadian station playing Bryan Adams. That's a big surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that law up there that they have to play Canadian artists 80% of the time or something.
They're just the
Canadian
worst.
content.
Ridiculous.
Is that really
Canadian
still the
content.
law? I remember back in the day when I was working in Buffalo Radio that was the deal. It's still the
Yeah.
deal, Ben?
Still the deal.
So they play a lot of Bryan Adams, Rush, and Neil Young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
nice.
how XM is going to handle that.
Huh?
I
I don't know how XM's going to deal with that.
Well, they're not going to have to.
All right, so what are we doing here? Is the song ending soon?
Nah, it's halfway. Well, another minute.
All right, hold on. We're going to go to Cindy in Jersey. We got to listen to the Big Greasy Breakfast. I think we listened to these guys
Didn't we
last
listen
time.
to them?
Cindy.
Yep, I'm on. They just went into another song.
Oh, God, morning radio stinks.
It is
You know,
awful.
they tend to talk every 15 minutes because they do the news, the traffic. So come back
Of
to me.
course, very outlined, very predictable.
Yeah, in like a few minutes, and then if they're in another song, it'll probably be like quarter of, but I'll hold.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Atlanta and say hi to Corey. Corey, what's going on, man?
Hey, this show is live.
All right, let's listen in.
Let's listen.
Who are we listening to?
This is the MJ Morning Show, which was on before the Scott Farrell Show on WMAX.
Okay.
Let's give a listen.
All right.
There's no indication psychologically that there was any issue. The couple was happy, as far as everybody knows. You gotta potentially look at the fact that maybe she...
Does it sound okay?
Put it closer.
Yeah, but get a little closer there.
All right, just a sec.
Disappeared on her own, and both the parents talked about how she was happy. She wasn't really stressed about the wedding. She wasn't going to get cold feet.
The big Atlanta story.
Yeah.
Atlanta Journal.
How's that?
Keep it there. Shut up.
All right, I'll keep it there.
I mean, leaving behind all, your keys, your cell phone. What's that show on CBS on Thursday nights after? Without a trace. Yeah, without it. There you go. That's how she went. Without a trace. Back in a minute. Stand by. It's the MJ Radio Network.
Crud, they went into break.
No,
Yeah,
well,
we certainly did.
We got enough out of that one,
I think
though.
we got enough.
She went without a trace.
You know that show that's on Without a Trace? That's how she went.
Wow.
Without a trace.
Everybody.
His benchmark bit is calling shows as a crotchety old man, and his catchphrase is, "Oh, thank God you answered." And
what?
But
did you understand what he just?
He calls shows as a crotchety old man.
Yeah, and on Farrell's show, he would play variations of MJ saying, "Oh, thank God you answered."
Like, MJ will call, pretend he's a crotchety old man, and say, "Oh, thank God you answered."
Yeah, and that's his opening phrase, and then he goes into the bit, and it's a crank call.
And I imagine the laughter ensues.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you, buddy.
That's not a very funny catchphrase.
No, let's go back to Tim in North Carolina. Tim, Mad Max about to talk or what?
Yeah, he's reading his fan mail, so I'm going to put it up, all right?
All right, go ahead.
Thank you.
All right.
Cash or cruise, that's what we're going to do coming up here in just a little bit. But first of all, I want you to welcome to the Mad Max Morning Show.
Can you hear it?
This morning.
Yeah, closer.
Put it up. For comedian, extraordinaire, actress, and all-around hottie in my book. I'm sorry, I think she still is. Sandra Bernhardt.
Good morning. Good morning, girl.
Hey,
an interview.
Thanks.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, shut up.
Jesus. So too.
You know, and I have to say, being a man, you make us all so jealous.
Oh.
You pull more hot ass than I will ever get in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that, Sandra?
You know, well, I guess I'm just in an enviable position of
God,
being out there and people just, see me as I am, and they can't resist me. Max was perusing through your list of girlfriends, Sandra, and he just thought they were all so hot.
I have masturbated to at least 5 or 6 of them.
How was he allowed to say masturbate? We never were.
File a complaint to the FCC on those guys.
Right now.
Write that down, Eric.
Good morning.
I gave you my Best of Jerry albums.
We're on the show, and you got to put up with that. I got to put my show. Listen, you're what are you doing lately? You're doing a whole bunch of stuff.
I did so many things.
Oh, boy.
We got to talk about Crossing Jordan.
Yeah,
Second episode that I've appeared on as detective. And it's
Promoting Crossing Jordan appearances?
The connection is really bad.
No, that's just how they sound.
Oh, you want to continue with this thing? Or?
No. It's awful.
Yeah, we're going to have to crap out on that. Let's go
Sorry,
back to
Tim.
Cindy in Jersey. Cindy.
Yeah, the song's just about to end, so if you keep me on the line, I'll pipe in as soon as it starts talking.
All right. So we're about to listen to The Big Greasy Breakfast. That's the name of the show.
I want to. Aaron should stay on because I just like the name Waking Up with the Wolf. I hope that they don't put a G in the actual name because it's spelled Waking Up with the Wolf on our
Is he in
screen
is it
here.
Albany?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I like. Actually, he's actually a buddy of mine. I like Wolf.
Is he?
Yeah, Bob Wolf.
Is it Waking?
I don't know. I never actually read.
If it's Waking, I hate him.
Nah, he's good. He's a
I'm
good egg.
kidding with you, Jimmy.
He's a good egg.
All right,
I only wish I would have told him. Sap I am.
Let's go to Mike in Wisconsin. Mike?
Yes.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
Now Bob and Brian went to the news girl. They're talking about, of course, the Packers.
All right, let's listen in.
All right.
Low this season or sit in jail for 90 days. Ticket package worth at least $648 will go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And they took your advice, Bob. They're not afraid.
Some lady gave up her Packer tickets instead of jail.
Shut up and put it closer.
Yes, I did.
You did, though. You did.
Because they didn't do anything wrong, but I think they felt like they were kind of stuck in the middle of the story.
Yeah.
Take the tickets, get the cash, or whatever you're going to do with them. Send the kid to the game if that's what they want to do. Give him a Brett Favre jersey. Yeah.
Kid's not going to be thinking about Jim Witt while he's sitting in her seat.
No one needs to know where the tickets came from.
Well, former Tyco CEO Dennis Kozlowski has taken a stand in his larceny trial. He denies any wrongdoing.
You want to listen to the news?
Yes.
Refused company loan programs or received a bonus to which he was not entitled. Testifying in his own defense at his retrial on
Looking at their website right now. Ouch.
Oh,
those pictures
his
are really
intent
good.
was always to grow the company. Never
They couldn't be wackier.
Still, asked by his lead lawyer why a $25 million bonus from the company did not appear on his 1999.
Oh, he's going to get some trouble for that. I just figured I'd get in on the show with him.
Did I forget to put that on there?
Where's the column for that? I don't even know what that would look like.
It would like make 30 grand.
I've had it.
All right, let's go to Cindy in Jersey. Cindy in Jersey.
Yep, they're doing the traffic, so the guy should be back on. You want me to?
Oh, put the phone there. Keep it close and.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Okay, hold on.
611 to get back over to Route 46. It's going to be complicated morning in that area, and we'll see that's all taken care of. 287 on Interstate South now, and it's serving around.
The hell?
Just about out of here.
Just too close?
Hey, Cindy!
Still the bills are north there.
Cindy! Cindy!
And over on 280, the eastbound buildup is in that area.
That's awful.
Cindy.
You guys got to help us out. It's got to be
You
the
got to
perfect
keep it
distance.
close enough, but not right up against the speaker. Then you get that electromagnetic problem.
Then again, every time they try to test it, we all shut up and put it back.
Shut up and put it back.
Hey, Frank.
Does it sound? Shut up.
What do you got, Frank?
I was holding with the morning show.
You're on.
You're on. More on.
I got a Tommy and Rumble in Virginia Beach.
Tommy and Rumble?
All right.
Tommy and Rumble.
That's nutty.
And what are they doing right now? Obviously a better show than we are.
Exactly. No, they're just basically talking right now.
All right, put your phone to the speaker.
All right.
Set the alarm and the time for the same thing. Wait, you got to put the third battery in it.
Okay, the third battery.
Yeah, the third battery's rolling around. We keep it disarmed. I mean, we keep it unloaded. I mean,
on the third battery, I can
put the battery in there. You'll enjoy this.
I am so efficient, as you can tell, at what I'm doing.
You don't get the Discovery Channel, do you?
No, I don't. All right, let's do.
Okay, and then push that up. Just hit it. Just push that down.
Okay.
And now set the
there we go.
set the time and the alarm. Think that'll wake you up? Would you be compelled to get up to shut that off?
I love the echo.
Oh, the echo? Is that that? Yeah.
Okay, they're putting batteries in an alarm clock? Is that what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah.
Give a little love to the big guy in the sky. I have no idea what the guy's actually saying. I don't know.
Wow. They're better time wasters than we are. They're playing an alarm clock on their show.
The Muslim or whatever it is. I mean, if it was Catholic or whatever, if it was that.
They got that from Howard.
Talk about it. Right.
Very funny,
Of
Frank.
course they did. It all starts with Howard.
Fred, tell him, Fred. I was playing alarm clocks on the air years ago.
Cindy.
Before you came along, there were no alarm clocks. People just guessed and hoped they got up on time for work.
Woke up.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Late again.
Okay, now they're in a commercial, but he'll be talking in just a second.
How do you know? How do you know?
And Cindy, you have to hold the phone a little bit farther away because we couldn't. It was too close.
You were distorting a little bit.
Yeah, I turned it up too loud, so the guy on the hold line, we got the levels right.
All right, you got the levels. But yeah,
right.
maybe Danny, you got to test with them. You are doing that, and they're still messing it up. Okay.
Yeah, I turned
Danny's
it up a little
blaming
loud,
you.
so some of them were hard to hear.
Danny just called you an idiot.
Yeah, Danny said that you're really not that smart.
Excuse me, Danny can go fuck himself.
Yeah, that's what we say every day.
I've seen what he's packing. No, he can't. It would never reach.
Yeah, they talk like at quarter of. They do the news, so they're just doing commercials. I know that they'll be back on with his little goofy news lady in just a couple minutes.
Just a couple minutes.
Goofy
all right.
news chick. Yuck.
This is why we love doing this bit. You never get any content.
No, you really don't get any content.
the whole time.
See, that's the whole joke.
Chris in Toronto.
Yeah, hi.
Hey.
What's going on the Q107 morning show?
They just switched. They were talking about colon cancer comedy show or something. I don't know.
Colon cancer comedy show.
I respect that.
Now they're back to traffic.
All right. Laugh until your innards spill out on the chair.
Okay, I gotta go, guys. Thanks.
All right.
He gave
Thank
it a
you,
shot
Chris.
for us. Frank in Virginia, what the hell was going on with the batteries in the alarm clock there?
I have no idea. They're all over the place. They were first they were talking about the Pope, and then somebody brought in an alarm clock, and they're trying out batteries in it and listening to Muslim music or something like that. You guys just missed on the Z Morning Zoo down here, though. They were playing Name That Goo.
Name That Goo.
Name That Goo. They would make like a sound with, like sloshing sounds and stuff, and you had to name the goo that they were playing with.
Oh, man, why did we miss that?
Name the goo?
Name that goo.
Yeah, you just missed it, man.
Chemistry saying, come on, Ant. You know damn well you'd do the alarm clock bit. I might. Might do the alarm clock bit.
Cindy in Jersey again. Cindy?
Yep. Keep me like right on, because now the DJ is doing live reads, so it usually goes right into.
Well, what's the live read for?
Yeah, we'll listen in.
Yeah, we'll listen in.
Okay, hold on.
All right, here we go. Back to the big greasy breakfast.
Is that a good level?
No, it's too low.
Be a little louder, but not right against it.
Without leaving your computer. Log on now at Dynaco.com, DYNACO.com. The best selection of all types of televisions anywhere at the guaranteed lowest prices.
Best selection of televisions anywhere?
Anywhere.
Greasy breakfast. Let's do the Scotty's Record Shop listener pick of the day now. 105 this afternoon, Terry's going to ask you about this song. It's a good one. Bruce Springsteen, Devils and Dust. Could get a gift certificate out of her. CHA, got nothing wrong, true.
Jesus Christ. All right, I guess he's just going to do music and stuff. Could you hear it okay?
No, he was just playing the clip of a song I guess you got to listen for in the afternoon. That's like the cross-promoting crap they do on radio stations.
Yeah, put it back for a second.
Okay.
Or I'll brain you, whore.
So I guess now when you hear the song later this afternoon, you get a stupid gift certificate.
Yeah. But
And some programmer out there thinks this is going to help your listening audience.
Yeah.
You're going to get more people to listen longer, Anthony.
Linger longer.
Linger longer.
Yeah, they're playing the whole crappy.
Apparently they play the whole
All
song.
right. Cindy, thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, got to run into work. Have a great day, guys.
You rock. Cindy from Jersey. Let's go to Steve in Indiana. Steve?
Hi, man.
Hey, what's up?
We got Bob and Tom, Q95.
Yeah. I have never heard their show.
These guys are the most overrated guys
You guys
in
wanna hear it?
radio.
Yes.
Yes.
Here you go.
So, yeah.
Diabetes be damned. I'm going in.
I'm going for it. I don't care. Wow. The ex-wives club. It was really fun to just hang out.
You guys hear it okay?
Yes. Shut up.
It was one of those situations like you were talking about, Doug. These are not like when you think ex-wife. This is not the visual that comes to mind. You start thinking like, who divorced you? Like what? Wow, what did she get to follow you up? You replaced you. How well is he doing right now?
What he got. He got quiet.
Right there.
Yeah. He got so quiet in the store.
Yeah.
Money can't buy that. Nope. Here, take all my stuff because I. Oh wait. What does that sound?
And you don't have to get married to get that. I had a girl who's a talker.
Mm-hmm. Guys want more?
Who's he have on? It sounds like Alonzo Bowden.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Wow, you are
Very
good,
good.
Jimmy.
Very good. All right, let's go to Travis in New York City. Travis?
Yeah. Hello?
Hey, what's up, Travis?
Hey, my crappy morning show is still in commercial.
Oh, all right. How many minutes have they been in commercial so far?
About 1, so we got about 20 to go.
All right, we'll come back to you in a second. All right, let's go to Smoke It. Oh, no, we can't go to him yet. All right, let's go to Romero and Pebbles.
Romero and Pebbles?
Oh, my God. Bill?
What's up, guys?
What's up? You got Romero and Pebbles?
Yeah, they stole, they did Where We Learn for a while. They stole that from you guys a while back. They're playing a Biggie song right now. It's on like a hip-hop station.
I figured. Romero and Pebbles.
Where are they? Are they in Boston?
Yeah, they're Boston.
You know, you guys can help us out here. While they're in, commercials or doing a song, you can kind of tell us what the show does.
This guy's actually a fan of the show. They wanted me to do this show tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
They're a hip-hop station in Boston, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're going to get a lot of hip-hop
I'm here.
guys
No, I'm not doing it.
come down to your show.
No, I'm here.
They're on right now. You want me to put it up?
Yes.
Yes, that's the whole bit. Jesus.
Hi, I'm looking for Nikki. Is she available, please?
This is Steve.
Hi, Nikki. My name is Peter Parker. I'm calling from the Dorothy Renewing.
Oh, hi.
Hi, I haven't met you yet. We still need you to come down to the Dorothy Renewing and fill out some paperwork.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, so can you come down and do that maybe later on today when you get off?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. I actually want to talk to you about something else also.
Okay.
You do know, I don't know if you've read in the handbook, but we frown upon employees dating each other in the company.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you what your relationship is to Neil Bob?
He's bringing me around, showing me the ropes, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it? There's nothing else between you two?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
You've gone to lunch together quite a few times.
Oh, yeah. But that really was just him just filling me in on how to get around, just kind of general, every day, just getting to know the ropes kind of thing.
Okay. Well...
Are you suggesting something else?
Well, the rumor that's going around the company is that you two are seeing each other. You're his latest.
A rumor?
There's a rumor. The thing about Neil Bob that you don't know yet, he is the office gigolo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
There
is nothing going on.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that this is office policy, and that's the rumor that's going around.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I was told by my sales manager to go with him, and because he's been here for a long time, and what am I supposed to do? Oh, my God.
My job is to tell you that it's frowned upon.
What does that mean? I just started. Wow. What am I supposed to do? Oh, my God. Oh my
what
God.
does it mean?
Because if your manager tells you to do something...
Okay, but I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Well, I do know what you're saying, but I'm a little worried because I just started the job.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be so friendly.
What do you mean be so friendly? I'm just doing what my manager told me to do. My manager said...
Well, you're giving a vibe that you two are a couple.
I don't understand. Going to lunch with somebody when you have a new job, you're trying to meet people.
Okay, but you're getting very defensive with me right now.
Because that's my reputation.
Maybe you should look at yourself.
What do you mean look at myself?
Maybe you should look to see how you're coming across.
I do not come to work in unproper attire or anything like that.
Well, apparently the way that you two are behaving together when you're seen around other employees is enough that I got a phone call to talk to you.
I think that maybe you need to talk to Bob. If he's going around...
Well, the thing about that is Bob has been spoken to before, and he's also one of our top sellers, so, well, just be careful. I'm telling you how you're being seen by
I'm not doing anything wrong.
If you keep getting defensive like that, then you're not going to convince anybody that you're telling the truth.
Well, why do I need to convince you?
I think you should convince me because Kathy wanted me to jam scam you. It's Ramiro from Jam 94.5, Nikki.
What?
Jam scam.
Oh, my God. What an ass. Kathy, oh, my God.
You guys like that one?
Wow. You hang in for those for a payoff. There was absolutely no payoff
I was
there.
ready to give the guy some credit, but he never went with the one knockout punch. When you're doing that type of stuff, you got to go for the one knockout punch.
You need the knockout punch. That's what it's called. You can't just string it along. It just went nowhere.
He really, he's also telling the whole office that you suck a mean cock.
Yeah,
right. Something just blasted right between the eyes.
It can't just be, now you've gone out together. You've gone to lunch. Yeah, well, we can't have that. Where's the oomph?
Yeah.
Where's you're a whore and everyone around the office knows it.
They got the black chick in the dunk tank who kind of waters down the show.
The dunk
tank. All right, thanks, Ro.
Yeah, talk to you later.
That's awful. Let's go to Tom in Ohio.
I was almost going to go with that one.
How you doing, fellas?
You almost had me. I like a good prank call.
Really lucked out today, man. They're cleaning out the prize closet here.
Oh, let's hear.
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, my gosh, he's a Gemini? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Kids.
Oh, you know what?
Signs that you like, Janet?
I like every sign. But Gemini men, huh? I love Aquarius. I love Aries. I like Tauruses. I like different signs. My ex-husband was a Pisces. I used to like Pisces.
She had to ask, didn't she? She went down the list.
Pisces is good, but sometimes they can be a little eccentric. This guy, he's a Gemini, but you know what? This guy's a player. I don't mean to be mean, but he's more influenced by his friends.
Stop. He's a player and you know it. And you.
No, I didn't say I know it like that. You know, I heard things, but I've been with him for so long that you think that having 2 kids and live with them for so long
doesn't mean anything.
Can I give you some advice?
What's going on here, you
Oh,
think?
I don't just cackling.
Some kind of dumb dating game?
Oh.
I just feel so sorry.
Well, this is what terrestrial radio is all about. Right there.
You gotta start liking yourself.
You know, I think she just loves him in her way, and I think that she's tolerating
Horoscope
it.
or some
you
sort?
Have to stop tolerating
We need
it.
a girl on the show, Opie. We need a girl
Wait,
side.
a girl's just doing, like, horoscopes?
So it sounds like that, or some type of predictions.
The horoscope gag.
Smoking Joe.
Yes, you're right. And
All right,
with
good.
you two
Back
having
to
2
Smoking
kids,
Joe.
Why would you want another one?
Maybe I want another one, maybe not just with him. So that's why I'm calling this guy is the right guy for me. And
No.
Answer my question.
No, his friends are more important to him than you.
All right, we got to move on. That's
Oh,
awful. Billy
wow.
in Virginia. Billy!
Yeah, this is Billy from Virginia.
All right, what do you got today, Billy?
You just missed a bit called The Morning Thing, and they do a bit called Zach Knows Girls, and the host has women call in, and they ask all these female questions, and he's supposedly the expert.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And we missed that, huh?
Yeah, they may be coming out of commercial right now.
All right, let's see
No,
what
they went to a song now.
Of course they
Of
did.
course they did.
There is nothing going on morning radio on terrestrial
How
radio.
does anybody
Nothing.
laugh on the way to work? Commercial, song, boring babble, traffic.
You know, it's funny. I used to listen to this show before I got XM,
Yeah.
and today is honestly the first day I've turned back to it since I've got XM. I've always listened to your show for about 5 months, 6 months.
Wow, we're that bad today? No, all right, cool. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Dude, there are days where, like, none of us have anything. It's never as bad on this show as anything we have just heard.
Any of that
Anything.
Let's go to Reese in Maryland. Reese?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Got the Goose Man.
Hey, let's listen in. I haven't heard him in years.
No one has.
Barely hear it.
Yeah. Reese.
Is Greaseman on CB radio now? Is that what the problem is?
Some really bad AM, I think, down there. All right, we got to get...
He's singing his little songs and doing his little bits. The Greaseman.
Scott in Michigan, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I got Drew and Mike here in Detroit. These guys are horrible. It's like listening to a train wreck every morning for 4 hours.
All right, what are they doing today?
Right now, they're just babbling about tabloids and just stupid shit.
All right, pop him on.
Okay.
Opinion, if you become enmeshed in one of these things, is to not act like a bunch of screaming banshees and go crazy or try to hide.
I don't know what a banshee is.
I think you really don't give them one of these stories that they can promote so heavily, where people are running away from the microphone and that just looks bad. Whenever you're running away from a camera, that just looks bad. By the way, we've gotten a lot of email in the last hour or so. People wanting to talk about Constantine. That hey, you haven't said anything about. Well, we talked about that first thing this morning, and that doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it again. In fact, we should get Constantine's wish him well, because he sent us a nice email and said he's enjoyed being on. He wanted to apologize to all the Greeks that were offended. In fact, we got under some Greeks in the last couple of days, representing them poorly. Here's someone complaining that we have not noticed that the contestants know ahead of time who was voted off. Now, Nadia, I thought something was odd with Nadia, and I wondered if she didn't see something on Seacrest's paper, because I think she grabbed and took the microphone before it was announced that she wasn't the person.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And that to me was a tip-off. However, don't tell me Constantine knew. He got on the wrong side.
Absolutely. And when
if he knew he was going out, he would not have cockily gotten on the wrong side.
No, absolutely not. Nor would he.
Just American Idol talk?
Yeah, American Idol talk.
Right.
I watched it last night. Constantine got thrown off, Opie.
Yeah.
one of the people that were pretty much a front runner for quite a while, and then he gets thrown off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. I don't have to go into it that long.
Magoo from North Carolina.
Magoo.
Magoo?
Magoo. Hey, guys, what's going on?
We're listening in on the Mad Max Morning Show again.
Yeah, they just went back to commercial about 4 minutes ago and counting.
Oh, my God.
But you missed some great stuff. They were talking about daisy chaining in high schools today. The
Really?
weird sexual positions. And
How
shit.
can they talk about that on regular radio?
Well,
Matt,
they were-
I'm sorry, I said, what we heard, he wasn't that bad. Just interviewing Sandra Bernhard, telling her he whacked his bag to her girlfriends. I mean, that wasn't that awful.
Yeah.
You know, it was like,
Yeah, but to kiss her ass and say that she's hot or whatever
Ugh.
is just that is a huge stretch, man.
Damn,
She was kind of passable in The King of Comedy.
Maybe
That
they were
movie's
playing
20 years
good
old.
cop, bad cop.
No, I don't
Maybe they
think
were
so.
doing that.
All right, Grease Man's much better. Magoo, I'll get back to you in a second here. We're going to try to get
Bit of Greasy.
Reese, you're back on, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
If you're going to try something in California, which probably won't work, they want to put a serial number on every handgun bullet made or sold in California. That way, when they find a dead body, they can take the number off the bullet and trace out who shot it, who bought it. I can't imagine that would ever work. And plus, don't the bullets crumple all up when they go slamming into something? Did you even read that number? Millions of dollars more bureaucracy. Good Lord. Oh, here's a guy with speaking of guns. Hang on one second. Now, here's an idea. Somebody's come up with an internet auction service that never charges fees for selling ever. That's right, no fees for selling ever. Introducing Jittery.com.
He's doing his own commercials now that he has to
Pops into
sell.
a commercial out of nowhere.
That was it.
What's with those bullets with the serial number? They want to put that on there. And hey, how about this internet company? I got to make some money to stay on the air.
Did that really ruin his career that bad, or is he just not getting ratings so no one cares about him?
Mel Karmazin told us personally that they would have kept him if he had the ratings. They would have wrote out the controversy.
It was kind of an excuse to get rid of him.
Yeah, because he wasn't happening anymore. So that's what we heard. Travis in New
No
York.
wonder they dragged him behind trucks, and Ford trucks are built tough.
Travis.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
I have a riveting interview with Jessica Hahn.
All right, let's listen in on this.
All right.
Didn't he?
Of course.
Yeah, well, guess what? My mother said I was.
My father doesn't. My father
He
never.
doesn't have an agenda.
He has no agenda.
None.
You guys don't know my father then.
I have.
My father would love to tell me I lost.
It was odd how quick Tom got in here faster than I've ever seen him.
That was more disturbing than anything to me. How Tom came running in to tell me I lost. And Fred, who never speaks up ever, he doesn't have an opinion on the air we breathe.
I have an opinion on vinaigrette, and I have.
Yeah, that you have an opinion on.
Nothing wrong.
You're a mental case.
I'm a mental case. Yeah, go ahead. Keep listening to your dad. Keep listening to Gary. Keep listening to Vinny. Steering you down the wrong road.
She adds nothing. She adds absolutely nothing.
Determine the outcome.
The judge determined the outcome because, and then you yelled at him.
You go back to the tape.
And then you yelled at the judge.
I said the judge will stand fine. That's it.
You yelled at the judge. Well, the newlywed game, you never saw the judge. If the judge declared you the winner, you're the winner. And that's the end. They asked for a ruling.
It was a hotly contested debate.
Why? Because you...
Oh, my God. He's in best of
Wow.
again today? All week again? Let's go to Mark in L.A. Mark, what's up?
Hey guys, you guys remember Mark and Brian?
Yeah, they were big
They
time
were
for about
edgy.
a second, yeah.
They're edgy, they're creative, and then Disney bought them out and they became lame. I think they're talking now. You want to listen? Hang on.
Let's listen.
Let's listen in.
Talent that's on American Idol. I mean, it's an amazing thing. I mean, these guys look like beginners compared to the country show. I like me some country. I don't. Oh yeah, I'm not a big country fan, but I respect their talent so much. I mean, they're playing guitars, they're playing cymbals with their knees. They're out there giving it up.
Is this where I asked and you yell at me? How it sounds?
Yeah.
And Brett Michaels from Poison is
Some more. Hang on.
Yeah, is that cool? He's cool. He's great on it. Why is he? He really loves country music. He really? Yeah. And he's done some duets and things. Yeah. The energy, the musicianship, the voice, everything is.
Hey guys, you there?
Yeah.
What? You woke me up, you asshole. I was taking a nice, well-needed nap.
What is it? This is more American Idol talk, I guess?
I guess so.
Any questions why I went to XM?
God,
no
damn.
question at all.
I've had it.
I know. This is
there is not one.
tiring.
I'm really like hoping there was one thing that I could listen in on and go, oh, that's kind of fun or cool. Huh.
Magoo in North Carolina.
Ponderous.
Yeah, the song's coming to an end right now. I think they're going to come on live.
All right, let's...
Hopefully Mad Max will have some.
I'm going to do a check while it's in the song and make sure the levels are good, okay?
All right, Magoo.
All right.
Good?
Gotta be louder.
Louder, let's go.
Louder?
They're ready to talk.
How about now? They went right into another song.
Yes, they did.
Wow.
This stinks.
Mad Max.
This stinks.
This is a mad show, man.
Mad.
This is just a great little exercise. We've been at it 20 minutes. We can't find one interesting
There's
thing.
not one thing going on that I want to listen to.
Let's go to Eric in Colorado. Eric?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Lewis and Floorwax. Jimmy might know Floorwax. He used to be a stand-up comic.
I don't think I ever met him.
You know
Yeah,
floor
Michael-
wax?
No.
Yeah,
Jimmy?
Michael Floorwax. But anyhow.
Floor wax. Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
But anyhow, it's Lewis and Floorwax, 103.5 The Fox here in Denver. They're interviewing Phil Lesh of the Grateful Dead right now.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I guess he wrote a book on poetry or something. I don't know.
Oh, well,
hey.
this has got to be. Now, this is what I'm looking for. Let's
Dude,
listen.
when the Grateful Dead were in their heyday, no one interviewed Phil Lesh.
Here we go.
And you know what's cool about him? He, no matter what band he's in.
How is that?
Louder!
It's getting all uptight because this
featured player
stinks.
in the band. It's like he's in the band. He's been with you.
And better.
Shut up! Yes.
When you see him with all these bands he plays with.
Oh, yeah. Like with the Allman Brothers, he was with the Allman Brothers for 9 years before before he left them to form his own band, Government Mule. And then he started playing in my band, Phil Lesh and Friends, and then he went back to the Allman Brothers. And so he has a history with them as well.
Do you ever get into interviews where, since your name is getting more and more widespread, where you get into interviews where it goes so far like into the straight world where somebody will be like, hey, I was wondering if your band ever tried.
How was that, guys?
Awful.
It's painful.
Hey, these guys used to be on when Extreme on 152 used to replay the morning shows.
Okay.
They used to have these guys on there. They were they would rebroadcast their program for a while.
Well, that's when no one cared about satellite radio, obviously.
Yeah, it was about a year ago.
They're conducting an interview with Phil Lesh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like he's Bono from U2, or like he's Mick Jagger or something. It's Phil stupid Lesh, and I was a deadhead for a while there.
Well, and these guys are big good friends of Nugent, just like you guys are.
Oh yeah, I mean we can't claim Nugent. He's been doing great radio for everybody for years.
Yeah, they have a band and everything. They perform with a lot of big acts that come out here. They do opening bits for them.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, this is just.
I've had it.
Yeah, Billy in Virginia, the morning thing. Billy.
Hey, Billy.
What's up, Billy?
Hey, this is Billy again.
All right, you're out. We can't hear you. Well, there you go. A little sample of what's going on in the rest of the country today with morning radio.
And I want to apologize to the listeners if they're half as annoyed as I am. There is really nothing going on regular radio. Nothing.
Whew. We had a chick doing horoscopes.
Yeah.
A Phil Lesh interview. Someone pretty much
Senator
saying that
Bernhardt
Senator
interview.
Bernhardt's hot.
Hot.
Name that goo. We just missed out on.
Now, see, that
unfortunately.
might have been something cool.
That could have been huge.
Name that goo.
What else was out there? Greaseman talking about serial numbers on bullets.
Bullets and then going into a commercial.
Going into a live read because he has to sell his own commercials for his radio show. And Howard on vacation.
Again.
Replaying something that's well over 10 years old. Tony in Cleveland. Tony, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
This is your old station you were on when you were in Cleveland, 92.3 Extreme.
Okay.
these are the tools that they had. The one guy that stuck his tongue in a bug zapper and almost killed himself on a dare. Yeah, real Einstein. They're doing their home dating game. I'll let you hear it.
Who is this guy?
Rover's Morning Glory.
Yeah, he was pretty cool to us when we hit the road.
I like Rover, actually.
When I hit the road with Jimmy, but, you know, he got us a lot of lap dances in a strip club once. All right, let's listen in on Rover's show here.
Yeah, he's okay, but the 90s, the Thursday morning hookup blows. Hold on.
All right, here we go.
These strippers with, like, bruises on their asses.
I have one right now.
What, where do you have a bruise on your ass from?
Well, you just sit on a guy's lap. Like, he has like tooties in it.
Oh, yeah. Is that what they're calling you? What's that? Those are just my keys. Like, it's like I hear my alarm going. Can you move your ass back and forth and hit the button so that my alarm stops? Yeah, keep going. All right, one last question for Johnny Amber.
Would you rather have a classy playboy type girl or a raunchy hustler type woman in the bedroom?
I like the word classy playboy type or a raunchy hustler.
Yeah.
Hustler, though, if you see that, Hustler is probably like 8 years ago? I remember the first time I turned into like a penthouse even. Like probably about 6-7 years ago. I hadn't looked at a penthouse in like 5 years. 6-7 years ago, I looked at a penthouse. I go, oh my God, they certainly changed this. Oh, it's more racy. I like it. Yeah, for sure.
Oh boy. All right. Ed in Newburgh. We're gonna end this thing in a second here. Ed.
Oh, God.
Sorry, they just went into a Bush song.
A Bush song.
Can we hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Bush the group? I think you meant like a parody on Bush.
No.
Sorry, no, Bush the group.
Oh, okay.
They went into a Bush song. Oh, this is just awful. All right, hold on there.
Ugh.
Hey, Reese.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the Grease Man. What is he doing now?
Hang on.
All right. What? All right.
Topicality.
I don't hear anything.
He's doing all right. He's doing nothing. And finally, Corey in New Hampshire. We got to move on, I guess. Corey.
Hey.
Hey.
I've got the show that's taking over your old market in New Hampshire.
Okay.
It's on WDIR, and actually it's on WAAF. It's syndicated in New Hampshire. Right now they're in music and commercials.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I can't wait.
Okay. Let's go to Rob, Arnie, and Dawn, a show out of Sacramento.
Ugh.
Robert.
Yeah, it's Robert.
Hey.
We got a cackling bitch named Dawn on here. She's a typical woman DJ.
All right, let's listen in.
Die Hard 3. Part 2 killed that trilogy. Yes, I agree. Really kind of stuff. Hannibal, Hill, Teddy. You know, the funny thing is he never said hello, Clarice, in the movie. Whatever. Good evening, Clarice.
Well,
Whatever.
okay, why don't you pull out?
Good evening, Bogart never said playing in.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right.
Well, please, I've had it. I can't take any more. I am so agitated right now. Ugh. It's horrid. There's nothing going on. All over the country.
Yeah.
We have access to the entire United States.
And we can't get one piece of radio gold
It's
today.
hard enough to even just get one that is on, that
Right.
isn't playing music or commercials.
Right.
And then when they're on, it's just,
Earl?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got John Boy and Billy out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm glad the estrangement's over, Commodore. Look. Well, we didn't go that far. Look against me. I got a little problem with this. You moved to Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. I told nobody to cross the canal for me. When you found out, you moved. As soon as possible. Now, everybody can't do
I can't tell if it's the quality of the connection
or
their
accent.
accent.
That's scary. Property values on
God damn.
All right, well.
From Justin to Kelly is both the name of the American Idol movie and Ryan Seacrest's fantasy. Number 4, every time Randy Jackson calls someone dog, he gets a royalty check from Purina.
Yeah.
Number 3, when tabulating the votes from last season, they found 5,000 John Kerry ballots. Well, sure. Number 2, Paula Abdul's chronic pain caused by listening to her own music. And the number 1 surprise in the big American Idol expose, William Hung is...
is hung.
Oh, I got you. I was like waiting for the punchline.
Oh, boy.
I've been beaten down here. I can't even understand bad jokes.
I wish we could have heard the whole top 10 list. That really always gets me
Oh,
laughing.
and that's just great.
I'd rather hear that than racial jokes or anything.
That gets you laughing.
But isn't it the same thing if you ask when she says how long she would like the guy to last, is exactly how long she would want it to last.
But I think more women are proud of the fact that they can just be aroused so quickly and get to that point so quickly. So that would also be a fun thing for girls to comment on that.
476 WPYX. Hi, good morning. Go ahead.
Call again.
I'm sure she wasn't going to share. Hi.
Hey.
Go ahead.
1 minute per inch.
It's an interesting. What about metric?
That's good. Oh boy, that's a great spin on that. Yeah,
that's a great spin.
Why did the guy hang up? We finally got one.
Finally
that we
got a show that we wanted to listen to.
Sam,
it
you're
was
an
the
ass.
guy, the girl, the
that was
like
perfect
sex
for us.
conversation. You dickhead.
That was perfect for us, Sam.
What
in
a
Albany.
dildo.
I guess they were talking about women that get aroused and how long they should last, and
how
it should
long
be
girls want the guy to go.
a minute per inch or something.
Yeah.
Ah, finally.
We finally had a good one.
The whole guy-girl morning show where they talk about things like that. Ah.
Call back Sam, you tool.
Dating game music playing in the background.
Ed?
Yep, here we go.
All right.
There's one vote for yes. WRV, hello.
Play it. All right.
All right, another Star Wars geek, hello.
Hey, what's up? I'm definitely a Star Wars nerd, and I want to hear that.
You want to hear it too?
Yeah.
A lot of the women calling up.
That's cool. I don't know. I love Star Wars. I can't wait until the movie comes out.
There's nothing hotter than a woman Star Wars nerd.
I'm really excited. You met Princess Leia. Yeah.
WRV, hello.
Hey, can you play that Star Wars up?
If you want to hear it, all right, man. WRV.
You have to play that Star Wars.
Yeah, another one.
Look at this.
All
Must
right.
be
WRV.
amazing.
I'd love to hear the Star Wars promo.
Look, there's all these.
All right, we get it, Jesus! Play the fucking thing!
WRV.
Hey, you got to play that Star Wars.
Remember this? Remember doing old things like this?
Come on, do it.
Well, we're going to play it for you.
Now, this is brand new. No one has heard this yet. It's the new theme song, which is called, hold on a second. What's the name of the theme song?
Battle of the Heroes.
Battle of the Heroes from Star Wars Episode 3. This is a version with unheard dialogue from the movie. You ready?
Uh-oh. Hold on, kids.
Something's happening. I'm not the Jedi I should be. I want more.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi.
This is all authentic clips from the movie. This isn't a joke?
Oh, this isn't a
Is it
joke?
a parody or something?
Big Kev? Our resident geek? What's going on here?
It's not anything that hasn't been played. Some of the clips are from the second trailer, so it's.
So they just took 20 phone calls to play the latest trailer from the movie?
It's a clip of music that it's going around on the internet. It's nothing new.
So they take music from the movie, and then put dialogue from the movie on top of the music, and he just got 20 requests to play this.
Exactly.
I'm urging everybody to just blow up radio transmitter towers across the country.
Hey, calm down.
No, I can't do that?
No.
I take that back.
It's a little wacky on your part.
Jesus.
You usually don't do wacky things like that. You've had it.
That is awful.
What just happened there? They just took 1 million phone calls that you have to play
You
that?
have to play the Star Wars song dialogue thing.
Hey, I'm back in the game now, Ant. I'm back in.
Oh,
we need more.
What was that?
TJ from Alabama.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's go to Beaner and Ken.
Yeah.
Here, Harrington. Intro song. So, Harrington, how would you describe Angry Johnny in the Mosh Pit? A professional wrestler. Really? Spinning around, clotheslining, little kids. I'm going, I don't want to drop my flask of wild turkey. Oh, did you have some spirits with you?
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? You know, I wanted to have a good time. It was at a college campus, so they didn't sell any liquor on the premise. So I had to bring my own, have a good time. And just to clarify something, the 14-year-olds ran into my arms.
All you did was outstretch it. Isn't that what happened with Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Just ran into his hands repeatedly. He was sitting there in his bedroom, minding his own business, hands outstretched, and the kid threw himself. Michael Jackson is like a young kid magnet. Literally.
Yeah, I wasn't setting out to hurt anyone.
No,
but,
you didn't. It was not your plan, but
things get a little out of control. We were trying to get, closer to the front, and people were banging around. And
okay, I'm back out of it again.
I'm back out of it, too.
I was in it.
That was good.
I'm back out of it.
So they thought Michael Jackson had some kind of magnet on him, and the kids had magnets, and then
literally,
and then he'd open his arms, and then the kid would be
would
forced into
That's pretty funny.
Michael Jackson's
Magnets
lap
have attraction pulls.
because that's what happens with magnets.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen in. This could be it right here, ladies and gentlemen. The Morning Sissy on KCAL. That's your cue, bro. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
It's Morning Stiffy.
Oh, the Morning Stiffy?
Morning
Yeah.
Sissy.
Oh, the Morning Sissy sounds better.
Let's hear him.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Stack on the Empire.
This came out of commercial.
See what kind of havoc you can wreak.
he goes crazy. Do it in the afternoon when I'm awake, when the sun's out.
But actually, we're doing a job on a morning show, you know?
We really are for you. Really feel really.
As Jim always says, great job, crappy hour.
And coming up next right here, 96.7 KCAL Rock.
Oh, next commercial.
Yeah. There you go. That's what you got.
Wow. Get the call letters and commercial.
Yeah.
Hey, they're a pretty good show. They got 3 guys and a girl always talking about sex, but, man, there's more of commercial time than anything.
Well,
there's nothing good about 3 guys and a girl. Because what they'll do is they'll try to be funny, and she'll come in to balance the scales. Well, guys, let's just settle down and do what women do with humor. She'll ruin it.
You just don't understand what us ladies have to go through.
All right, well, maybe you're right.
Well, now, why don't you fill us in on that?
Yep.
Ha, 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 you twat.
Oh, brother.
Sometimes you men don't last.
Yeah. Oh, well.
She's a sassy one.
There's a show in Boston begging for us to go to. It's called the Greg Hill Coma, something like that. Let's go to John in Boston. Yes, John.
Yo, what's up, gentlemen?
Hey, what's going on today?
Not too much. Listening to the Hillman Morning Show in Boston.
Okay.
It's awful.
So are they in song or commercial?
We are speaking right now.
Oh, quick, put
Let's
it
hear
on.
it.
Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs, yes.
Reservoir Dogs.
That's an incredible one. Pulp Fiction when they're dancing. What song is that? Chuck Berry? What song is that again?
You Never Can Tell.
You Never Can Tell. But yeah, that's pretty good too. Okay.
Hey, how long do I have to listen to this asshole?
It was the first we got the beat that's Fat Attack. Remember?
Yes, that was the first song in the movie.
That was the first song. Fast Times at Ridgemont.
They showed the logo for the studio.
Well, was the American Girl in it? It was in it, but it was just like in part of it, like the first day of school. Yeah. The beginning of the movie started at the mall. You remember when they were walking around and the guys were going in the elevator and anyway. Right. All right, guys. I gotta rent that.
I can't do this anymore, guys. Come on.
All right.
You can't even take it.
What were they doing?
That was not that bad. They're just talking about songs from movies and stuff. Yeah, whatever.
Memorable moments from movies with the songs and stuff.
Oh, like Stuck in the Middle with You.
Yeah. Reservoir Dogs and
right. Okay.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, American Girl, talking about Jennifer Jason.
The best song in Fast Times though is "Moving in Stereo" though.
Of course.
That was a wonderful moment that ties into a fine song.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about this for another 10 minutes.
Ooh. I'm really getting my creative juices flowing.
Rich in Philly. What's up, Rich?
Yo, listen to 107.7 in Philly. It's, these 2 guys haven't been really doing much for the past, 45 minutes. You want to listen to them?
Yeah, okay.
All right, here you go. Hold on.
I know what you're doing.
It ties into a fine song. Let's talk about this for another 10 minutes.
Really getting my creative juices flowing.
Rich in Philly. What's up, Rich?
Hey.
So, listen to 107.7 in Philly. It's, these 2 guys haven't been really doing much.
Sounds pretty good. I like this show.
Listen to them?
Yeah, okay.
All right, here you go. Hold on.
I know what you're doing.
What the fuck?
Into a fine song. Talk about this for another 10 minutes. I get my creative juices flowing. Rich in Philly. What's up, Rich? Hey. No, listen to 107.7 Philly. These two guys haven't been really... Sounds pretty good. I like this show. Yeah, okay. All right, here you go. Hold on. I know what you're doing. What the fuck? Into a fine song. Talk about this for another 10 minutes.
This show stinks.
We're in the lift from hell.
Dude, from the beginning, I'm wondering, when is one listener going to call up and play this show?
And bash us.
Good for you.
Of course, you should have done that fucking a half hour ago.
All right, we'll step aside here.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Owen virus.
Who else does Master Poe impressions? Maybe everyone should step forward.
Everybody.
Who does a Master Poe impression?
All the interns.
The interns?
Yeah, all the interns do one. Who else does one?
Who wants to step up to the mic and do their Master Poe impression?
Steve C does probably the best one I've heard
really?
out of everybody so far. Yeah. Oh, there's Poe.
Yeah. You can't be in here.
I don't give a shit. First of all, Poe does not walk. Poe moseys.
Right. That's true.
He's got a walk that sort of, he's got both hands out like this sometimes, and he'll put one leg sort of bow-legged out in front of the other and walk, sort of like this.
Good visual. It's almost like a keep on trucking walk.
It's very, that's accurate. That's very accurate. And, let's see, I need some, Eric, stand right here. So say you're in a room. When Poe walks into a room, he seeks out the person that might physically be the biggest threat, and he walks up to them, folds his arm, puts one leg in front of theirs, and goes like this.
As to block the guy off.
As to block the guy off.
He does like a genie pose.
Yeah, thank you.
Genie pose. With the arms folded, and his shoulder is now against the threat's chest.
Steve does some good radio descriptions, though, and he does this.
Sorry. I apologize. He folds his arm in sort of a genie pose. Poe loves hot chocolate.
We didn't know this.
Yeah.
Ooh,
when Poe
hot
first,
chocolate fan Poe.
When Poe first got here, he was enamored with the hot chocolate so much that he described it as phenomenal. Gentlemen, you had that hot chocolate yet? The hot chocolate here is phenomenal. Let me get you some. So when every guest. So the guests are all treated to a warm cup of hot chocolate. Let's see. The hot chocolate. Walking into a room. The greeting that most people get is the fists together,
right,
and the us. So when I don't know what the fuck that means.
What is that?
I don't know. It's what? Oh, it's a respect term? Okay. I see him doing it every once in a while. I don't really know what it means. I think it's a martial arts.
So the fist in front of him, and then he just bends slightly forward.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Now give me an answer to this. All right. Poe, thanks, man. I'll see you, Anthony. I'll see you Monday.
Anthony, have a good weekend. Anthony.
That is like a great Poe voice, man.
He gives the fist, and have a good weekend, gentlemen. There's one. I'm missing something. I am missing something.
Yeah, it's gonna be your teeth in a second. Look at
Poe. He's not gonna do it. He's giggling. Look at him. He's enjoying this because I studied this.
O&A Party Rock. Right.
O&A Party Rock.
O&A Party Rock.
What am I missing?
Battle cry of last night.
He's always training. He's always training Mars in the other room. He's always showing Mars how to do a death grip on somebody. Marcelino, allow me to show you this new takedown move I have perfected in one night. You could kill somebody with this paperclip. Allow me to show you how to defend yourself against a nun with a frying pan with this paperclip. The most innocuous of threats apparently can be dissolved with a piece of paper folded in three.
Yeah, he was telling us that one.
Certainly wouldn't challenge him on it.
And that's the mosey, the talk,
That is down pretty good, Steve.
Yeah, you know what? It's just he's a very that's it. The Buddha laugh. Poe laughs like a wise old Buddha sensei, like a ha 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 ha. That's how Poe laughs. You can hear it across the room.
Yeah.
When Poe's amused by something, it's ha ha ha. Silly human.
Very good.
And that's how. And that's
Steve, very, very good. You've studied.
Yeah.
You enjoy that.
Now I'm looking forward to seeing what Poe does when he punches a change purse stomach.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
Did you know we're doing an appearance Friday, tomorrow?
What?
For like 45 minutes or something like that?
Who is?
You and I.
Me? What?
I just heard a promo. I guess we're going to be somewhere tomorrow.
Have fun. Have fun.
Noon to 1.
Unless I could do this appearance from my OnStar in the truck.
Did you know about it?
Could hear me driving down the expressway.
You didn't know about it?
I'm just finding out about it.
You've been running a promo, I guess, right?
Ben just came in and said, "Oh yeah, you got this thing tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh really? That's nice to know." Great. When? What time?
Like noon to 1.
Where? Where? You're kidding.
Yeah, well, should be a good time for everybody.
I was just going to drive home.
Yeah. Okay, well, how long is it?
What?
When will I be leaving New York City?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
1:05.
3. So I'd leave at 3. I'm not home till 7.
I'll be able to try
1?
that hour.
Yeah.
All right.
Noon to 1 tomorrow. Somewhere.
Noon to 1? He said right after the show. Right after the show is 11:01.
Yeah, true, but I guess, I don't know.
Noon to 1.
Well, we got to find out where this place is. We might have to drive there. I don't know.
Friday's not bad. So you don't get much rush hour traffic on a Friday.
Nah.
I have to.
Yes, Jimmy?
I'll be driving to Boston tomorrow, so I won't be able to make the appearance.
Oh, great.
How are ticket sales?
It's fine. Thanks.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's going well.
I think so.
Lucky Boston people.
It's obviously going real well, or you'd be plugging your ass off right now.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Sully actually called. He wants to come.
Cool.
I'm pleased.
Very good. All right, what do you got there, Ant?
No, I was looking at the effects, because I've been playing a lot of poker online on the computer, partypoker.com. And, of course, it's just starting to hit the news now. The news, they're behind a lot of stuff when things like this happen. There's a lot of gambling going on online. A lot of people are playing poker. And I guess the government is getting a little angry because they're not getting their cut. They're not getting their part of the pie.
Yeah, they don't care if people are getting addicted. They just want their handout.
All of these sites are offshore, you know. They're somewhere out there, these secluded little islands in the Caribbean or something. And that's where they're running, where the United States can't do anything about it.
They're in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Are they in Bayonne?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's a whole other country, too.
Yeah, they're in a basement in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Well, they better move out of there quickly because the government's going to crack down on them. Well, they can't do anything about the offshore things, but they're trying to now prohibit people from getting addicted. And this story goes on to say there's a lot of kids in school.
Can I interrupt for 1
gambling.
second, please?
Sure.
I'm reading some instant feedback. People are saying that we're having a mediocre show today.
What?
I could accept that. It happens from time to time. But we're doing a much better job than the Today Show. They're making cookies, ladies and gentlemen, live on the air.
Ooh.
They're rolling dough, and they got a cookie cutter, and they're making little cookies.
And that fat chimp actually spreads all the stuff around, and then Katie Couric does it with her. Yuck.
They're making cookies, so
yeah.
Just when you thought we were sucking today, there's always someone that's sucking a little worse.
Sucking harder? Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Oh, wait, she's basting it with a little brush.
Putting a little melted butter on it?
Yeah, now she's putting the butter on it.
That makes it tasty.
I guess that's what you do before you put it in the oven.
Yep.
People are standing behind a fence with umbrellas watching this horse shit. They're watching the back end of 3 people make cookies.
Yep.
What a great place for a suicide bombing.
I don't want to go out on a limb here, guys, but I have a feeling that they're going to, put that tray of cookies in the oven. Ooh. And then they're going to magically have another tray
that's already cooked
with the cookies already cooked. And you know what? I don't want to give away the secret, but I think then they're going to hand out the cookies to the audience so they can taste it.
Ooh, what do you think of these?
Well, I think they're fantastic. I've never had cookies this good in my life.
And then Al Roker will eat one, and his little teeny stomach will explode. That'd be nice. Ex-fat man with a cowboy hat. He's sick as hell.
It's really bad.
Do the weather, fat boy.
All right, let's go. Sorry, back to the... I'll keep you updated on the cookie
thank
thing,
you.
Anthony.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, it turns out now a lot of the kids are gambling in school. This is something that was never really available to us.
Sorry.
When we were growing up and going to school. Gambling.
They just showed a plate of
fried chicken.
Fried chicken?
And it happens to be in front of Al Roker. I just kind of see the humor in that. I'm sorry.
What would be really funny is if they show his hand reaching for it, and then someone with a fly swatter just keeps swatting his hand away. Whap!
Look, you know what? It's a plate of fried chicken, and they have 3 choices.
Yeah.
They put it in front of
There's Al's fingers. You couldn't resist, could you, Al?
Oh, Al, just setting the race back.
You couldn't resist, fat boy. All right.
This is in Nashville.
Yeah. So I guess it's probably
Southern fried chicken.
Getting the local, what do they say, the local fare.
Flavor.
Right.
The local fare.
And, of course, Katie is in a different hotel than Al.
Well, as I look on, a lot of kids are gambling. A lot of people now are gambling online.
Yeah.
And it's causing some problems.
Okay.
Causing some problems. And could see if you have a gambling problem. They say, is gambling more important than work or school? To me, I spend more time gambling than I do working.
On this radio show?
Yeah. So I guess it's more important to me.
How many hours a day are you online gambling now? Because I knew this was going to happen to you.
Let's see.
When the whole day trading thing was happening, you got addicted and hooked, and that was like that's like a gambling addiction too.
Sure.
Let's not be mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
How many people are actually dayline trading, knowing anything about these stupid companies?
Yeah.
They hear a little thing and they go online and they buy some shares and
that's
you know. But that has been squashed. It's not.
I got stocks I hold on to.
Yeah,
now,
but
I'm not
the day
trading
thing is not happening like it used to a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
But now this freaking online poker thing taking over the world, man.
Texas Hold'em, everyone loves it. It's popular TV. Every network now has a show about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are watching, and a lot of people want to play. You get to know the game, and you're like, I'd like to try that.
High school kids, that's all they're doing on the weekends.
During those shows, they're pounding you with commercials for the various online poker sites.
Yeah.
So you go there, you sign up, and you play with the play money that they give you. This is how everyone starts. This is how I started. You go to the room, you get a certain amount of chips, but no money at all, and you play with that. And as you're playing, you're going, wow, I'm getting the hang of this. This is pretty good. If I was playing with real money, I'd be cleaning up. And then you make the leap. You deposit your first amount into an account, and you start playing for real money. You start off in the, 5-cent, 10-cent rooms, where, if you put $100 in, it's going to last you a while.
You can play all night.
You play, you're just tossing it around. You win some, you lose some. Overall, though, especially if you're new, you'll probably lose it all. Slowly, hopefully, for your sake, you'll have a little fun, and you'll lose. But as you play, the more you play, the better you do get. It's just the way it works. So you put in a little more money, and you find yourself maybe stepping up to the other priced rooms. Maybe you're going to the 50-cent dollar room. You go to the $5 rooms, and then you go to the tournament rooms, where you pay a flat fee to get in a game, and it's elimination. If you're one of the last 3 people left at the table, you win a certain amount of money. If you win the game, you win a lot more money. But even those start out at like $5. For $5, you could buy in and play a game for half hour. It's only $5 if you lose. But you'll find yourself stepping up to maybe the $10, $20, $30, $50 rooms. Or if you're me last night, you're playing in the $200 rooms.
What's that mean? $200?
It means you're paying $200 for one round of poker with
10 guys,
9 other people.
Yeah.
How many hands in a round?
It's a shitload of hands.
Oh, okay.
Until everyone is eliminated.
Those, you get a lot more cautious people. A lot more, not so much cautious, but a lot more people that know what they're doing, so the games last longer. I played those games for well over an hour, where you're sitting there and you're trying to. I'll pop up my stats and see how many games I've played. and how I've done.
Okay.
I have that available.
Have you
online.
played as the dumb blonde yet?
No, I'm always
I'm
the
convinced,
male character.
But I'm convinced guys are doing that out there.
Of course they are.
They,
trying to get a little sympathy.
They enter one of these, these rooms as a chick.
Mm-hmm.
With the stereotype that maybe women aren't as good at playing cards.
Yep.
And taking other guys for a lot of money because they think she's just being dumb and stupid with her bets and stuff.
Yeah, and then they're like, all right, I'll call her bet.
Right.
Maybe I'll hook up or something like that. And yeah. So I've been looking at some of these, and gambling more important than school or work. It's not more important, but I do spend more time. I get home. I'll hang out a little while, but I usually maybe I'll play Splinter Cell a little while. The new Splinter Cell's pretty good, but I always wind up going read the emails, news stories, something like that, and then I always go, think party poker. I'm back on playing tournaments.
And how many hours a day? Did you say that? And I missed it.
Well, then I haven't said yet, but then once I finally go to bed, I have the laptop next to the bed, so as I'm watching TV,
oh my God,
I'm playing.
Oh yeah, he's addicted.
So it's next to me. The laptop's next to me, so I'm watching TV and playing.
Wow. You don't understand.
In bed.
In bed.
He will get up to the $1,000 rooms.
So
eating chocolate bars while they bring you ice cream. It's getting there, dude. It's frightening.
It really is.
Too many germs in the living room.
So it's probably. Let me think.
Can I go to the phone while you get your stats up?
I probably play 8 hours a day.
Ant doesn't lie, man. Ant does not lie for the radio. When he says
probably
8 hours, it's 8
Ant
hours.
is an addict.
Yeah, of course he is. Who knew? Wait, let me go to Fred in Brooklyn real fast, Ant.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Fred.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Norton, you also killed at the Borgata, man. That was just a great show, great night.
Where was that?
At the Borgata.
Oh, thank you.
Incredible. I'm on a different poker site, and I represent a chick on there. I got a picture of a chick. I got my whole description is a chick. And as soon as I walk in, oh, man, you're so hot, this, that, the other thing, I end up wiping them out. They think they're playing a chick.
I knew this was happening. I knew it.
Well,
I've been in some of these poker rooms. I'm like, there's no way an actual chick is at these tables. It's some guy, just throwing a really good poker face at you.
Yeah.
You're playing as the hot, the blonde bombshell.
Absolutely.
And now they're flirting with you because, hello, because you could talk to everybody in the room. So now you're not really paying attention. You flirt a little back.
Absolutely.
And now you're taking them for all their money.
More than that, I have two separate accounts, and I play with two computers. Sometimes I start a room with me playing against myself, just waiting for someone else to walk in, and I milk them.
That's awesome.
Yes, right. I'm representing two accounts, absolutely.
All right, Fred, thank you.
You got it, man.
Bye.
Okay,
smart, actually.
I got my stats up here. This doesn't include every game. This program is kind of new, and it grabs like 85% of the games that are played on Party Poker.
Yeah, but you could put it in perspective. When did this start keeping track of your stats? A couple months ago, maybe?
Yeah, probably a couple of months ago.
All right, because you've been playing a lot longer than that, right?
So games played, 169. 169 total tournaments that I've played. This doesn't include when you go into like the money rooms where you're just playing with $100 or something like that. My win-loss percentage is 35% win. So it shows me as a player is very good. I'm a very good player. They have slightly above average, below average, way below average, and player is a fish if you're doing really badly. $200 table, I have 3 wins and 5 losses. I played 8 games in the $200 table. That's why. $1,600. But the 3 wins, you don't just win your $200 back. I've won in that room, and you get $1,000 for winning in that. $100 table, 2 wins, 1 loss. Not bad. $50 table, 8 wins, 5 losses. So not bad. $20 table, I haven't done that very good. 2 wins, 11 losses.
Wow.
And $10 table, which I go to a lot, is 43 wins, 89 losses for 32%, which, I could do better.
I could do better.
And I'm gunning for that. My average buy-in is $24, so I play a lot more at the $10 table than I do the $200 table.
Yeah.
But I never would have thought I would have gone to the $200 table ever. I kind of go to the $10 table, have fun. If you win $50. It costs you $10 to get in. If you're in first place, you win $50. You're in second place, you win 40, and If you come in third, you win $20.
All right. Are you up in overall?
Overall, yeah, now way up. I have over $1,000 in the account, and I started with $250. But like I said, at one point I was down to like $45 left in it, and I was like, "Oh, this sucks. I'm gonna have to put more money in."
Take all your money out. Buy an outfit.
Oh, I could do that.
Quit while you're ahead,
Poor
Ant.
Nathaniel, he was playing. He was playing in like the 50-cent room, and he was all psyched because he won a few bucks. And then he comes in the other day and he goes, "I lost it all and $30 more." So he's not doing too well.
Well, look at this. Look at this guy, Rob on Long Island. Rob.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, I started playing about 4 or 5 days ago, and I've already lost about $300.
Oh.
Because I can't stop playing. I'm just so addicted to it. But when I play on GoldenPalacePoker.com, and what they have is when you play for real money, you get what's called action points.
Yeah.
So the more you play, you get these points, and you can enter tournaments using your action points.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot because I don't have to like pay in to get into the tournament. And what's good is that, like, let's say you put up 50 action points, the payout can be like $200. So you're still winning real cash.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like the second day I started playing, hold on. Sorry, I'm working right now.
It's a radio show. Here, so are we.
All right, Rob,
Right,
you
sir.
got to go?
You petered
No,
out.
I'm here. Hold on. Yeah, so I put up 50 action points, and the room was with 80 people, and I placed 7th out of 80. So, and that was like the second day I started playing. So I'm not doing that bad, but I just can't stop playing.
You know what it is? In order to be to any point where you can actually make money, you have to play so many hands. You have to be really good. You have to understand the game, the way it works on computer as opposed to real life, and you got to be very patient. You can't play lousy hands. I notice I have a lot more losses. My percentage is a lot lower in the $10 room because I'm a little more reckless in that room. I'll play some hands where it's like, I know I shouldn't really play this, but I play it anyway. And in the $200 room, I'll never play those hands.
Right.
Like I'll play a lot tighter in the $200 room until the end of the game when you could loosen up and
right.
It's a lot. You can play a lot more hands head to head than you can with 9 other people. But yeah, it takes a long time, and a lot of people, you can lose a lot of money while you're just learning, getting the learning curve through.
Just have fun. You're a millionaire and a celebrity. Enjoy yourself.
I enjoy playing the game, and that's what it's all about.
Good point, Ed. Good point.
I enjoy it. Nathaniel finally found his way into the studio. What is your account? What did you start with?
$100. I think that's the
You
minimum.
threw $100 in there. It's a good round number to start with.
Yeah.
And now you said the first day you did pretty well.
I was excited. I was coming off
Mhm.
our big victory, you and me, Ant.
That's true. I forgot to remind the audience. I had to go to the dentist after the show at noon, so I had an hour. So I was playing poker in the office, and I was winning, like hardcore winning. I was cleaning the room out. Had a lot of chips. No one else was even close to me, but I had to go. So I said, Nathaniel, take over the game for me, and good luck. So I left, and once I went home, I checked my amount and realized he had won the game. He actually won. That was pretty cool.
I guess as long as I have a huge chip lead, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine, but it's getting to that chip lead, right?
Yeah, starting all even, I'm not so good.
So now what happened?
I set a monthly loss limit.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
You're finished.
You're finished. What's your monthly loss limit?
$50.
$50 a month.
Yeah.
All
I don't feel like I can really afford that, but it's better than $100 a month. Let's
That
put it that
really
way.
is a lot of money in a month to set as your limit.
Yep.
But, okay. So you set it for $50, and you told me you won though the first hour.
Well, I was playing in just not the sit and go, but just sort of the buy-in, $10 buy-in, see what happens kind of thing. And I was winning a couple hands there because there you can just take your time. I feel like and really just sort of. But then I started playing the sit and goes because like wow, I put in $5, I could win 50.
That's right. You put in $5, and then you're only committed for $5.
Yep.
You know, once you put it in, you consider it lost money, and now you're playing the game, but you could win $50, right?
And all the cliche addict things pop into my head. I'm like, oh, I got hosed that time. The next time will be much better.
Now it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, what are the odds? You know, oh, I had pocket aces that time and went all in, and it blew up in my face. That can't happen again.
How often does that happen?
Yeah.
Pocket aces wins.
Yeah.
All the time. You never lose with pocket aces.
Well, let's just say I can play one more hand this month and lose.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, I'll be breaking my own rules.
You lost just about $50.
Yeah, I'm
out
about
of 100.
And you will be breaking your own rules. You know that, right?
Well, now you guys are my witness. Maybe I'll stick to it.
Now, is gambling more important than school or work?
No.
Okay. Number 2, do your friends gamble a lot?
No, I guess some of my
coworkers
and
colleagues.
superiors.
All right. As far as me, I don't really know. My friends also, they don't gamble.
You have no friends.
Do you try?
Your friends are all blue and green and yellow, and they stack nicely.
My friend. Do you try to prevent family or friends from knowing how much and how often you gamble?
No, I usually sort of brag to my girlfriend. Or not brag, but just I feel like if somebody else is there, they'll notice if I get really bad.
Mm-hmm. True. I don't try to prevent
Yeah, I know.
anyone from knowing either. I'm pretty much, hey, this is what I do. Do you ever say you won when you lost?
No.
No, I don't do that either. I'd say when I lost. I've taken some fantastic beating. When you lose, do you feel you must bet as soon as possible to win back your losses?
No, I try to really just, know when to fold them. Uh-oh.
I'm that guy. When I lose, I feel like I got to make it back right away. Like, I don't like my amount to go down. I got my set amount that's in there now, and it has no bearing on how much I started with. You would think that would be, what I started with. But if I get up, like once I hit the $1,000 mark in my account, I don't want it going below 1,000. It goes below, and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm losing. So, yeah, if I lose and get down to like 800, I won't sit there in the $50 room or the $10 room trying to slowly bring it back up. I got to go to the $200 room and make it back in one game, or I'm pissed. So I guess I'm number 1. Well, not more important, no. I guess I just have one of these. I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, sure you
I'm
are.
fine.
Nick in
Wait, hold on,
Montana.
Let me read this last question. Have you ever laid in bed where you're supposed to be having pillow talk and instead been on a laptop gambling?
All right, maybe that one's there.
Hey, Nick, go ahead.
Pillow talk.
Jesus.
Did you see my pocket aces?
Anthony.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Nick. Hey, I grew up in Montana, but I went to school in South Dakota, right?
Yeah.
And I went. Deadwood was 15 minutes away, so I played a lot of cards. I was just wondering, have you ever played drunk?
I played with a good buzz on, a few glasses of wine in me, and it's usually a bad idea.
Yeah.
You do some dumb thing. 7-deuce offsuit? What's wrong with a 7-deuce offsuit? Why does that hand have such a bad rep? I bet I win with this. All in.
It's a great hand. But last week I was playing with a bunch of buds, and we started out sober, and then my buddy brought a bottle of rum over, and I'm up, $200. I'm just killing these guys, and all of a sudden I'm shit-faced. That $200 is gone, and then another $150 out of my fucking wallet. This killed me.
Then what happened?
Then I took Norton's mom home and fucked the shit out of her.
Wow! Oh, wow!
Hey!
Stop stealing my life.
Hey, ho!
Hey, whoa!
Let's go to Jim in Boston.
Well, I want to hear more about that. What happened?
I lost him. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Go ahead, Jim.
That's fucking hilarious. Well, I did the same thing. I don't have like a job or a credit card, so I had my girlfriend set up an account because she does. And when you're playing at the tables, then I usually play kind of late at night because that's when most people are drunk, like the other guy said.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, there are certain times where the competition is a lot more hot and heavy than it is at other times. True.
And what goes along with that, when I sit down, hey, sweetie, how you doing?
Yeah, he plays as a chick. I'm telling you, this has got to be a great ploy.
Disgusting, though.
I understand, but if you could clean up the table, what the hell?
Yeah, so what? You take a few loads. Be a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Smile.
It's worked out well.
It's just cyber loads. Let's relax here.
Well.
Go ahead, Jim.
But, like these other guys, when I started, I was like $2,000 in the hole, maybe in a week.
Wow.
I didn't start at the 50 cents a dollar like normal people.
Yeah.
I was playing like 5-10 and 10-20. And, 2 bad sessions go by and $2,000 down the tubes.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's turned around. Like, I wasn't playing like an idiot. It's just the way it goes. Like, if you only have $1,000 and you're playing the 200s, it's not going to last that long.
No.
Because, like you say, if you lose 2 when you feel like you got to win it back, you're not going to play well the next time, and then that's going to go.
Yeah.
All right.
But, dude, what do you do if it's really late and you want to play, but all of a sudden you go into the room and then you're there as a woman and everybody,
to me. It's not going to work.
It's not gonna work on him. All right,
This guy, one guy on instant feedback saying, I play with the free money, the fake money.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, no loss, but very fun and addicting. The bad thing about the free money is no one cares about the chips. So you have a good hand, you go all in, everyone's going to see you. No one's going to fold and be scared of your fake money because they know if they go all in and lose, they just get more fake money. It's that whole the element of risk. You got to have something that you're risking.
Is it wrong that I'm really rooting for Nathaniel to go totally broke?
Just really be addicted and just ruin his life.
Start showing up late for whatever. This is not really work. I mean, whatever it is.
Unshaven and
yeah.
Obviously he hasn't showered in a week.
I've already tried to come up with odd ways of going past my limit. Like, what if my girlfriend plays on my account?
But not you going over the $50 limit.
Yeah, and then she has to give me the $6 she has to put down. I'm just pathetic. I've been doing this 6 days, and I'm already trying to come up with stupid schemes.
She's looking to see what time it's midnight. Well, technically, it's a new day.
New day. Yeah. That's what it is, and that's why I guess the government's getting all up in arms because a lot of high school kids, even junior high school kids, are saying kids is
it's
an
everywhere.
11-year-old.
No, dude, it's everywhere.
Playing.
There's a lot of 11-year-olds probably playing, 12-year-olds.
Poker.
Sure, definitely.
And there's nothing they could do about it. It's another one of these internet things that the government can't do anything about because it's not here in this country, and they can't prevent it from coming in. So
no, they're starting to control the internet.
How are they going to figure that out?
They already have, man. The government is behind the whole spam thing. I'm convinced of it.
Another conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, it's the government.
The government is behind spam. Why would they want to spam up?
Just spam up the whole system, clog it up, and then they're going to come up
the works.
Then they're gumming up the works, and then they're going to come up with the nice solution, and then it's going to be very controlled by them. There's no doubt in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, they're behind the spam. You watch. It'll come out eventually.
All right. They're the ones putting out the Viagra and
all that. Oh yeah.
Real estate
of
and
course.
mortgages.
Of course.
And the just listed one that's going around, this real estate agent is just listed. I've gotten it 50 times.
Just listed.
In the subject heading, it says just listed. And whoever you are, I want to cut your throat.
I just never realized there were so many horny housewives out there.
Oh, yeah.
That can't spell very well.
Yeah, true.
Well, that's part of the gag.
All right.
Let's go to Kevin in PA. Kevin?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
I have a friend who just graduated this past December from college.
Oh, hold on. I got to interrupt this program because Ellen is about to dance.
Oh, it's sickening.
Ugh.
Why can't I go to this today? Huh? I can't go to the thing today.
Does she have to dance every show?
Every show.
Oh, it's not funny. It's not cute or engaging.
Oh, and the whole audience, they're dancing with her. Did you see me? I was dancing with Ellen.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh. She goes up and down the stairs. Why does she do this?
Travis is turning up the TV, but that's not helping
Travis,
us.
failure.
Where's Eric? Nice try. Beat it.
The whole gang is taking meetings during the show today for some reason. Where's Eric? We wanted to hear Ellen dancing.
Oh,
you know what's going on here?
She's a funny stand-up. What are you doing?
Well, know what happened? This started as just a bit that really worked well. I actually remember the first time she decided to dance, and here it is.
Right when it ends.
Thanks, Eric.
Right when it
Perfect timing.
Yeah, right when it ends, Hawk.
I was trying to get it down to 30 seconds because we have 2 shows. That was 56 seconds. Is that right, Mary? Oh, it's because I took so many outfits. That's how I'm changing clothes. I'm wearing your stuff. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the thing. You may have noticed when I came through the riffraff room, for health reasons, we were forced to move the jacuzzi into the riffraff.
I don't know.
The riffraff room.
The riffraff room.
So the dance thing was a thing she did, and it worked really nice. And maybe it's something she should have done every once in a while. But now she has to do it every show.
Staple. Now if she doesn't do it, people will be like, why didn't she dance?
Wouldn't it be funny in the riffraff room if she only had non-whites?
She has something called the riffraff room.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the riffraff room with the jacuzzi.
We need a riffraff room.
We're sitting in it.
Oh,
LOL.
stop.
We're riffraff guys.
Whether you want to or not, you're going to end up in the jacuzzi. That's the rule today. All right, and since this is our first 2-in-1 show we've ever done, we thought we've got to kick it off with something that's very loud.
Is that something we can
and
steal,
something
Hawk?
incredible, which perfectly describes the BD drum line. Ladies and gentlemen.
Why are there... I'm not getting... This is a schizophrenic program.
I like this one.
A bunch of criminals playing the drums.
Dance again.
And she's dancing again.
Of course she is.
Mullet.
All right, well, there you have it. This,
God, is that
Oh, does she have to stop with the dancing? Oh, it's awful. Ugh. Bunch of fat hens at home watching and clapping.
You think the fat hens at home dance along with her?
Of course they do.
Yes, they
Ellen would
do.
be such a great friend to hang out with. We'd laugh and have fun, and she'd try to eat my pussy, and I'd cry.
GV from Manhattan. Nathaniel's in bed at the end of every month watching the clock, then screams, "New month!" Very funny. Nothing? It's very funny.
I was just hurt that Nathaniel walked out without. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
He went from sitting in this room, and he's going to go sit in the other room.
Yeah, Jim and PA on the phone. Well, let's go to him. He has a good observation, actually. What's up, Jim?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Anthony, did you say playing with a good buzz with a couple of glasses of wine in you?
Yeah.
A couple? What the hell happened to you?
You're right. I don't know. You know.
You used to drink 8 beers per show.
Per show, 8 beers. Now, if I drink 2 glasses of wine, I got a buzz. The only defense I'll give to myself is I never drank wine because even back in the old days, it always gave me more of a buzz than anything else. I could sit there and pound Captain Morgan, drink beers all night long, but something about this stupid wine that would always get me drunk pretty quickly.
And I got a 6'7" offsuit. What do I do?
6'7" offsuit?
Yeah.
What? Well, how many people are playing?
At this point, 2, 4, 6.
Fold it.
Looks like I might pull a straight out of this.
Do that with maybe two other people.
I got a 6, 7, 8, 9 now. Turn came up an 8.
Great. That means you'll just pump more money in, thinking you're going to get something.
Thank goodness I'm playing the Fine Outstanding Tournament.
All right.
Let's see what the river comes up, and I'll tell you if I win or lose.
All right.
Win or lose.
What's the pot up to?
360. Yep, that's $1.25.
Wait.
You're not betting $1.25.
I'm not betting $1.25. The other guy's betting $1.25.
Fold that.
All right, just so you know, it's going to be distracting me the entire interview.
Well, okay. That's all right. All right.
I'm not really here for myself. I want to know the prize.
What happened there?
I dumped, but I'm waiting to see what the outcome is.
See if he would have gotten a...
Yeah, if I would have pulled it. No, it came off a queen, I would have lost.
Yeah, of course you would have.
All right, goodbye.
Good. 6'7" offsuit.
Rosie and Danza.
Crappy hands.
They have the same hairdo. It's awful.
Did you enjoy it?
Tony Danza and Rosie have the same hairdo.
I'm not at liberty to discuss it.
Discuss
I
what?
lost.
No.
Yeah, I totally
when
lost.
did you decide
but you know
to
what happened?
eat
I
muff?
played against Travis Tritt, and he gave me the finger.
He gave you the finger?
And it wasn't the pinky.
Why did he do
that?
Too bad there wasn't 4 more folded into a fist like your girlfriend gives you.
But like that.
Really?
Yeah, and it scared me.
Why?
I'm not sure. And then I threw him. I said, "Here's the quarter. Call someone who cares."
Oh, no.
Oh, Rosie's incorrigible.
Oh, God.
Call someone who cares.
It's all right. He was a little, and I was playing with Penny was next to me.
Oh, Penny Marshall was there.
And the woman really has never played poker in her life. So she had
poker
things that
talk.
she called
It's everywhere,
directions and what beats what, and and the
She has her book, her direction book.
So she get the cards. Oh, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, let me see your cards. And then Travis is like, you're not allowed to do that. That's cheating. You two are cheating.
My buddy Travis Tritt.
Man, now I know not to bother.
He's famous.
I know not to bother.
But I lost, but it's for charity. I'm going to go back next year.
Okay,
That's
what about...
great. Hey, you put on a strap-on and then you poke her. Yeah, get it?
Yeah, it's like a web page that you... It's a journal, only thing is it's on the website.
It's kind of like a journal, yeah. I didn't really know about blogs until about
It's called formerly Rosie.
The blog is a lump of fat that hangs over her pussy.
Yeah,
that's right. It's a big fat blog.
A hog with a blog. They just click on that. Because I started it in December, and I wrote one about my son when he broke his elbow, and then it took me 2.5 months to find it.
I hope it was under a porch sucking a dick.
Make another post. I had no idea.
Yeah.
It
So
was
you're not
twisted
that-
by the older gentleman.
You mean you're not literate? I mean, computer literate?
You know, I'm not good at that. Like, I'm good at AOL. I'm good at, like, you know, going on eBay and beating everyone out at the auction at the last minute, you know.
Wait a minute. So then how did you end up doing this blog? Because I can't even imagine how you do that. That's
Well, I had some
Fuck up, you
friends
type,
that
idiot.
would send
Type.
these little, like, haiku-ish
You know,
kind
I
of
did it once. I wrote a tribute to Johnny Carson. They made fun of me.
you know, and I would just send them whenever I felt.
These
and they got
idiots
sick of it.
just want dick humor.
Those are your little movies and your little essays. I'm really wrecking my hard drive. So can you just get a blog? So I got a blog, and then somehow someone read it, and then
Yeah, was it a New York Times?
somehow,
Right,
then it became a big thing. Then I started to get blog
I don't know.
anxiety.
This
you know what I'm
infernal
saying?
machine.
I'm like, I didn't know when you're alone in your room. It seems witty to me. Send, you know. And then all of a sudden, because reporters would call the publicist and go, she said in line 14 that she considers herself blah blah. I'm like, you can't just take out a sentence.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Right.
You have to read the whole thing.
And then
Absolutely. Good point, Rosie.
Yeah, John and I both, we enjoy it, actually.
You can't take a word like Americana and just trash Jimmy
With
about
one
that.
quote on each. Faggot.
By the
I'm
way,
a
when we do the
faggot.
show, I go, Rosie's watching this.
Yes,
you know,
well, I do, and I don't know if I should bring it up, but the extravaganza puck has been sticking, Tony.
Well,
Yeah, I should stop jerking off in the Plinko machine.
You know, it's not my show. It's not my business. You're the host. I'm just a viewer.
All right. Well,
It's been sticking.
yes,
Tony.
I know that. Yeah. But one more thing about the blog.
Yes.
You talked about, on the blog, you talked about American Idol.
Yes.
And does it remind you of your experience on Star Search?
It
Because that's
totally
where...
does.
Good question.
In
Oh, that's a
1984, I
good
was
one,
on Star
Tony.
Search. It was my first big thing. I had, you know, started doing comedy about 4 years before. I was at a little nightclub on Long Island. This woman came over to me, about 35 years old. She said, I'm Ed McMahon's daughter, and I'd like to put you on Star Search. I went, yeah, right. You know, and I didn't give her my number or anything. She got the club owner to get me.
So I lapped some snatch that night.
But what happened, Opie? Did
Yeah,
Rosie
what
go on
happened?
Star Search? Did it work out?
Alex Borstein's here?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
From Family Guy.
Yes.
Lois. She does the voice of Lois. I love Family Guy. All right, should we take a quick break and then we'll get into
We
that?
sure should.
What?
Seth's
Yeah, Seth is calling in. The creator and the voices of Brian, Stewie, and Peter from Family Guy. What's that?
Jim's ad. Well, look at that, Ben.
Oh. Jim's ad for what?
I'll be at the Boston Comedy Connection tomorrow and Saturday.
Yes, you will.
Bill took out a nice ad of Jim. Can I give out the number? It's 617-248-9700. And I'll be selling my new CD. So come on out, have some laughs. And I'll tell you how like Star Search happened. You know, this one guy came up to me in the club and he said, "Hi, I'm Anthony Cumia's brother." I said, "Get out of here!" I wouldn't give him his number, nothing.
What happened? Oh, what a mess today.
What is this?
Well, all right, what's the problem?
Oh, boy.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
The Emperor is not happy with his coffee.
Oh, no. Are we going to have to break into...
Jim Norton. Coffee Diva.
Look at that cup. What brand is on that cup?
I don't know.
It doesn't taste good. I don't like it.
Where do we get our coffee every day?
I like Starbucks. And I don't like supporting the savages that run most of these delis.
You're insane.
Yup.
You betcha.
Stop on Culver Street, Rudolfo, and listen to me because I only tell you 2 times. That's it. Then you're on your own.
Oh, my God, that was awful. Absolutely awful.
What
We'll
a fat dope she looks like.
Fishing for an Emmy.
We'll get that clip on the air in a second, but I guess Rosie O'Donnell's in a Hallmark movie where she plays
a mentally challenged adult.
She plays a retard riding the bus with my sister.
Look at how she's dressed. Oh.
It's like a Forrest Gump thing where they're on the bench together.
On the park bench. She's looking up.
Why do retards always sit on park benches? You know, how about doing something else that retarded people do? Maybe shitting your pants in front of family members and friends. How about that for the little cover?
We just heard a little clip on the Tony Danza show about Rosie.
Oh, look, in this one, she's wearing
Playing
one
the
pink
card.
sneaker and one blue.
Oh. It's so cute and innocent.
She's a little
Dummy.
confused.
Yeah, she
You-
dresses herself because she's self-sufficient.
She can't tell the difference.
Hey, why don't we get Alex Borstein in here, man?
Let's get her in. Good idea.
Alex Borstein of Family Guy fame and Mad TV.
Mad TV.
And the list goes on and on. Big star entering the studio, Alex Borstein. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Operation T-shirt.
Goody, good.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
A little store here in your fair city.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that shirt before. I'd wear that one. That's
It's great. It's
that's
good.
Cool.
It gives people an excuse to look at my hoobies.
Where is your fair city?
Here. I bought it here in your fair city.
where is your fair city?
Oh, I live in Pasadena, California.
Pasadena.
Mm-hmm. Where little old ladies come from.
That's the little old lady from Pasadena. That's what they say.
And David Lee Roth lives there.
Does he?
I think so, yeah.
In New York now, in the Village.
Well, he used to live out there, too.
I think David and I are the only two Jews.
Yeah?
I think so.
In all of Pasadena?
In all of Pasadena.
Pasadena.
City
It
of
doesn't sound like a
Jews.
place where much goes on. You never hear, like, any action in Pasadena.
It's like normal living out there. Jay used to live out there.
That's
Our
the
old
good
pal
thing about
Jay.
it.
You
That's
like
the good thing
that?
I do.
You can find parking and stuff like that.
Actually, no. There's an old town, and it's kind of busy and crazy there, and
Yeah.
lots of stuff and shopping and walk. It's walkable. That's what I like about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you commute in and do your work
Yeah.
in,
Sometimes
like,
I
LA
take
and-
we actually have something similar to your Metro.
Yeah, but it's laughable out
It's
there.
pretty lame,
Ooh.
but I take that often over Family Guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you don't have to
They got a train
drive.
that goes from Pasadena to downtown L.A. now, Anthony.
Really?
They
yes,
do.
they do.
How far of a trip is that?
It takes an hour. I take the Gold Line to Union Station. Isn't this exciting? And then I take the Red Line from Union Station down Wilshire Boulevard.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's exciting, huh?
I'm all goosebumpy.
Talking about trains, that's wonderful. How excited are you that Family Guy's back? Come on.
Not very. It's
Why?
kind of, no, I'm totally thrilled.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of not going to believe it till Sunday. Till it airs, I won't believe it.
I've seen it. I've seen every episode. I can't even tell you how many times. It's just my favorite cartoon by far.
Thank you. We prefer animation, but that's okay.
I like saying cartoons. Still.
Cartoon is like when you were a kid, you want to watch cartoons.
Well-
Animation is, it's adult oriented.
I actually don't care, but often many of the animators on the show
The story
are
of
very
Family
specific.
Guy
Very
is
serious about the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
The story of Family Guy is really interesting. When it first was out, it wasn't getting the ratings, so they canceled the show.
Who canceled the show?
Well, I've heard rumors.
God, I think it was God.
I've heard maybe Doug Herzog.
Oh, is it Doug Herzog?
was
That's
involved.
A surprise. Oh.
The guy we all know here in the studio.
Nice, terrific.
I've heard things that he might have been involved with that, and now he's moved on to Comedy Central, and
He may have canceled other shows.
and
for
now
other
Family
people.
Guy is going to be back on TV.
It is.
And what happened was, so the show gets canceled, and then you guys, Seth and the gang, you sent out sent out the DVD there, and
Seth, Spanky, Darlene.
he's calling in a little while, and then the DVD sales went through the roof, and also Adult Swim made it
Cartoon
popular
Network.
again, and then and now finally they're bringing back for new episodes.
It sounds cheesy, and I sound like Gene Simmons from Kiss, but it really is the fans. Like, there's the only reason I am still working is the Family Guy fans who bought that DVD.
Yeah, because it got great reviews when the show was out originally, but it just didn't find its audience.
Well, they kept moving it around,
Right,
too.
it was up against Frasier at one point or something ridiculous.
Survivor.
They never really gave the show a chance, is what happened.
It was tough.
Yeah.
I didn't even know when it was on. It was kind of random.
I saw a peek of the new episode, and Peter, your husband in the animation.
My television husband.
It's always so fun when a real human being does a cartoon voice.
Is
It's
it?
like because you never see, you watch the animation, and then to see a real person do it is always amusing.
Well, that's kind of the fuel behind the live shows that we're doing this weekend, is that it's completely mind-boggling, especially to watch Seth bounce between 6 voices, throughout the evening. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, they're doing a live stage show. So I saw a peek of the first show, and Peter Griffin there is talking about the cancellation, and then mentions all the shows that have been canceled on Fox since you
Yes.
guys got canceled.
It's
We
one of
were
the
laughing
funniest
so
things.
freaking hard in the office.
One
before
of the
the
funniest
show.
things I've ever seen. I think that was from Seth MacFarlane's
Just
brain.
giving it right back to Fox, basically. Like, look, they thought this show wasn't good enough, but let me tell you about all the other shows they thought were better than ours.
Pretty
and
cool
and the
Fox
list
stuff.
just goes
Think about
on and
It is,
on.
that's what I was
and
going to say.
on.
Is what's amazing
Definitely.
is that Fox brought us back, which is like admitting a mistake out loud, which they rarely
Yeah.
do, and that they let us do that kind of content. So
Yeah.
I got to give them some props, as the
Props.
kids on the street say.
Mad props.
Yes.
Yes. Well, did you? Were you a fan of cartoons growing up? As a little
Oh
kid?
yeah, absolutely. I was a huge I was a Daffy and Bugs Bunny.
Who wasn't? That was like quality stuff back
Yeah.
then. And then we went through this phase of really crappy cartoons.
Yeah, it was
where the
kind of-
animation was bad. If only the mouth had to move, that's all that moved was the mouth. Like you get this stiff, stupid plate drawing, and then the mouth would move.
And everything's so high concept now. It's like worms that are in space who have psychic powers that become chickens or something. It's like that was just a guy chasing a rabbit. It was rabbit season. It was duck season.
I think that's directly because of something. It happened in the 70s when they put Josie and the Pussycats in outer space.
Yeah.
And I thought that even as a kid, I'm looking going, that is ridiculous.
That makes
Why
no
the
sense.
hell is Josie and the Pussycats in outer space? And then it just got worse from there. And now, like you said, it's all this weird concept stuff.
It is, but primetime animated shows have always been pretty cool, like Flintstones and Jetsons.
Yeah.
And they've always kind of had to.
I like the Flintstones. You ever see the cigarette ad? Fred and Barney doing the Winston commercial?
No, for real?
Yeah, those were the days. Hey, Barney, real tobacco pleasure there, Barney. You ought to do one of those,
hilarious.
for cigarettes or steroids or something for the kids.
I had not. I was not familiar with that.
Yeah, good one. Sure.
What year did you guys get canceled? What year did they take you off?
I don't know. It's all a blur to me. I'm not even kidding you. It was like
2000.
98 when I remember doing the pilot, and then maybe 2000 or 2001.
I was going to say 2002, right? Oh, it was 2001? 2001.
2001.
At least you had another gig,
A Space
though.
Odyssey.
You know, it wasn't like you were being thrown out and didn't have a job or anything.
Yeah, thank
Mad
God
TV.
Mama was taken care of.
Yeah.
That's all we cared about in my household.
Because who doesn't love Swan on Mad TV?
Oh, thank you.
Hysterical.
Yeah, she's fun.
Very funny character.
Thank you. And she's not a cartoon. Just to point that out.
Were you on Mad from the start?
No, I joined it in its third season, and I was on for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good gig. A lot of people didn't think that was going to last.
Yeah, we're all
the
still
SNL
surprised it's
competition.
still
Yeah.
Happening.
I
but
saw like 10-year anniversary show, and I'm like, get out of
I
here.
know.
10 years.
10 years. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
And see, this is how much I keep tabs on it. You're not on it anymore.
I'm not. But that's not unusual. Everybody assumes, because of syndication
Yep.
on Cartoon Network, it is now seen by more people than it was ever seen in its normal time slot. So everyone assumes I'm still on the show, and I feel terrible for the new cast because these new kids no one has any idea who's on anymore.
I don't even know. You watch SNL, I think, Eddie Murphy is still on that.
I know.
Caliendo's still on?
Central.
I think he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he keeps in touch with us.
I think he is. You look familiar to me.
I'm a comics. We may have worked together.
I think so. I think we did a VH1 show together.
Ooh.
A weird VH1 show that was like a trivia contest or something, and like Terry Nunn was on it.
Oh
and
my
Sebastian
God!
Bach.
Remember the Buzzcocks, Mark Maron show.
That's it.
It was me. I didn't know you. I remember it was. I remember Coolio and Terry Nunn.
Yeah, and me and Terry and I went to see you do stand up.
At the Cellar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh right. Wow. Okay.
So thanks for remembering.
I'm
No,
very happy right now.
I forgot that. I know Mark Maron. I forgot that show existed.
Do you think
until
he's
just
just playing cool that he totally remembered?
Yeah,
No, I was
right when you walked in. It was like, oh, I remember.
If I could actually associate with a very famous person, I would have done it in a second. Believe
Wow,
it.
very famous.
You are. You're very well known.
Extremely famous. Come on.
It's
We
so
have
famous.
we have the commercial that they did for cigarettes there, the Flintstones.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. This is a piece of this.
They sure work hard, don't they, Barney?
Yeah? I hate to see them work so hard.
Yeah, me too. Let's go around back where we can't see them.
Gee, we ought to do something, Fred.
Okay? How's about taking a nap?
Hey, I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break.
That's it! Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend.
Yeah, Fred. Filter blend makes the big taste difference, and only Winston has it up front where it counts. Here, ahead of the pure white filter.
We don't have to hear the whole thing, but how strange is that?
That's
to hear
unbelievable.
A little scary.
Flintstone
And of all
characters talking about
brands,
cigarettes.
Winston.
Yeah, Winston.
Are they even still made?
I pictured Fred more of a cool guy.
Yeah, Winston. I thought they'd be a Benson and Hedges.
Benson and Hedges.
Ultra menthol.
Fred and Barney.
That's what I'm seeing.
God, the olden days. Hey, Fred, there's a black guy moving next door. Like, how could you tell it was like the 60s? This is awful, politically incorrect, selling cigarettes on a cartoon.
I think that's the way it should be. I think it's fabulous.
Do you really?
I do. I think
just do
people
that
should be able
now?
to pitch whatever they want, don't you think?
Back to cigarette ads on TV.
Why not?
Let's go to Gary in Jersey. Gary, what's up?
Opie, you bastard, you stole my line about the, I wanted to give mad props about the, yeah.
punching out.
All right.
He lost his thought.
I think he saw the
I
first.
love when they do that.
Well, let's try Ben. Ben, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, just want to say, no, new listener, love you guys. You guys are awesome.
All right.
And I'm a huge Family Guy fan, and recently I was at a buddy's house, and we were checking out a website we frequent, and they had a link to another website that actually has the new episode that is coming on the air on Sunday, and we downloaded and watched it.
That sucks.
No, well, that probably does suck. That's probably something we should have done. But the episode is hilarious. You guys just came back strong. I can't believe it. So,
dude, you dick.
All right. Did you guys leak that? Come on.
No,
it's all
we didn't.
over the place.
That actually caused a tiny bit of a meltdown.
Really?
Yeah, at the offices. So
I never understand that. How does it get leaked?
I think it's always on purpose.
I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell on the air, but I can share it with you in private.
Ooh. All right, let's make believe we turn the mics off. Okay, it's just us now. That old gag
doesn't work.
Okay.
You really can't talk about it? Why?
I just don't know, and I would hate to say something that would get me in a lot of trouble. You guys are familiar with that happening.
Trouble?
Yeah, we've had our problems.
It happens.
It happens from time to time. And you guys are working on a movie too, right?
Well, we have. Here. Let me be completely honest. The movie that's coming out is a straight to DVD 3-part adventure. Meaning it's episodes that are going to air, and they're all tied together, and there's stuff in it that won't be on TV, and all this DVD extra footage. But it's basically like brought to you by 20th Century Fox merchandising.
I know what happened. You guys didn't think you were coming back to TV, so you started making new episodes for the DVD, right?
No, it was
and then all of a sudden it's like, now we're coming back to TV, and
they decided we want to do this straight to. I mean, honestly, and it was.
Right.
We ended up doing this 3-parter, and that ended up being what they were going to do. But there will be an actual Family Guy movie that will be called The Family Guy Movie, and that'll be in theaters, but we've yet to even launch into that.
With curse words?
With dirty words, animated boobies, animated areolas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that controversy with the pixelization?
I think it's completely retarded.
It was of what, Stewie's ass or something?
Yeah, it's an animated baby's ass.
Yeah.
They can't show on television.
And they pixelate. Well, that's the paranoia, ever since the Janet Jackson thing, right?
It's
Whose call
insane.
was that? Because I think you guys would have been all right with that.
Like standards, right?
It was.
You think it was the standards?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that the standards and practices at Fox are doing their best to fight for us, but it's coming from. I mean, really, it's coming from D.C. We've got all these checkpoints and things that they have to live up to, and things that they're getting the word of. Masturbate, is that okay this week? No, next. It's crazy. Like
that
we can't.
That was the deal with Anthony and I when we were on commercial radio at the end.
Yeah.
One day you could say masturbation, the next day you couldn't. It got so confusing.
No rhyme or reason.
There was
to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, there isn't, and that to me was just insane. An animated bot.
An animated butt.
And you've seen all those Lever 2000 commercials where they have little kids' butts and feet.
Oh, I got that video.
It's like, what is the difference? Why?
Yeah.
None.
I hate that they stopped using the blonde kid. I thought he was really good.
Jesus, let's go to Chris and
he was hot, wasn't he?
Hey, Chris, what's up?
Blue fluid left on the bottom.
We got Alex Borstein from Family Guy in studio. What's up, Chris?
I have to make a confession here. I am in love with her character on The Family Guy. I want to have sex with Lois.
This is not uncommon.
No, people get into cartoon characters, yeah.
And she's hot.
I'm serious, though. She's a redhead, which I love, and she's got those nice full lips, which, I'll tell you what, I envy Peter. she probably gives, great hummers.
We are actually going to come out in a couple weeks with a blow-up doll, a Lois blow-up doll.
20th Century Fox merchandising.
She's going to have 6 holes.
God. Does Alice look anything like Lois?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Lois is much hotter than I will ever be.
Oh, stop.
No, it's true, and I love it. That's what I love about voiceover, is that I can play a
Can you talk to Chris as Lois for us?
Well, what type of fantasies have you had, Chris?
The guy hangs up.
What an ass.
That was his moment. That was his moment, and he hangs up.
Could have whacked your bag and she would have said your name. You're an idiot, sir.
That's how it goes, boys.
Audience, a bunch of mutants, by the way.
It's okay.
I hadn't noticed.
They
stuttering, muttering asses.
They know not what they do.
Yeah.
Do you really get that? Like, people actually are attracted to the character?
Yes.
Bunch of sociopaths.
People are
Really
attracted
sick.
to the character.
I can't remember the cartoon character, but I know as a kid I was attracted to a cartoon.
Wilma.
Can't remember. No, it definitely wasn't Wilma.
I used to jerk off to this
Shaggy?
one like coyote
No,
that would
it
throw
wasn't
anvils
Shaggy.
at people. That used to turn me on a lot. If you only dropped it on my balls.
All right, we're gonna go to Vince. Go ahead, Vince.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
You need to have her say something dirty as Lois.
You get that request a lot?
I have gotten it.
Talk dirty in
That's
the Lois
that's
voice.
some of the fun stuff that I will say for the DVD straight to DVD movie is there is some fun filthy stuff on there.
Yeah.
So it might be worth the.
Could you give us a
price of
taste?
admission.
We like so.
Well, what are you wearing right now?
No, he's gone, but I mean just for
Jeez,
us.
these asses.
He's
Wow.
gone. Just for us. Just talk dirty as Lois.
I think most women make a common mistake when giving a blowjob. Can I say blowjob?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I said it. They completely ignore the balls, and I think women need to pay attention to these two beautiful things, and be nice to them, kiss them, touch them, and you will have a happy, long-lasting marriage.
Bravo.
Very pleasing.
That is
Nice.
very pleasing.
Dirty.
And correct, by the way.
Accurate, yeah.
Lois is no dummy.
Oh, that's
Very
all
nice.
right, man. Let's go to Kevin in Illinois. Kevin,
Hey, guys, what's up?
what's up? We're hanging out here. What's up?
dude?
Name was over Judy Jetson.
Wait,
Judy Jetson was, she was all right.
You had a wet
was
dream?
hot. Yeah, she was hot. I was probably about 14 years old. Oh, man, she's hot.
I don't
Watch it
know.
out, guys.
Her hair
That
kind of.
ponytail thing was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
big, tall ponytail thing going on. And she was all right. Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Didn't do it for me
None
either.
of them did. No cartoon character ever attracted me like that.
Come on, Astro.
Oh, yeah.
There you
little
go.
milk on the bag.
Bugs Bunny in a dress, probably for you, Jimmy.
Little tranny action.
The Viking episode.
Mike in South Carolina. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Pretty good.
How you doing, my little byproduct of a horse yeast infection?
Jesus, that was a long way to go for nothing. Good, Bill.
You're just my fucking hero, dude. I love you, man. You're awesome.
Thank you, Angel.
I missed something, but enjoyable nonetheless.
Hey, I truly believe that masturbation is the key to relieving stress, and right now I have a sock on it right now because that lovely lady's on. Punch it out.
Sock. That's it?
Sock.
That's so sweet.
Great.
It's sweet, but these guys have nothing.
Hi, Mom.
Let's go to Will in Tampa. Will?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. Alex, I have a question for you. Do
Okay.
you still do a TV show, Recess, for kids?
Nope, never did.
So you didn't? Okay, I thought you did.
No.
It says you want to ask her if she did another voice on the show.
Right, well, yeah, I thought you did another animation show for
Oh,
kids.
okay.
So-
Another
I didn't do
animation?
an animation show.
See?
All right. Did you do any other voices on Family Guy?
Oh, yeah. I do Trisha Takanawa, the news reporter. And I also do Loretta. Loretta sound like this. And then Babs Pewterschmidt, Lois's mom, and every old woman there is, and little boys, and I do little boys, gentlemen. That sounded bad, didn't it? And all kinds of just random topless women, woman in bar.
Woman in bar.
Yeah.
When they say they want like a new, like, do they come to you and go, all right, look, we need this new character, or do they have the character and everybody just brings ideas to the table and they pick which one they like best?
Well, I write for the show as well, so I'm there every day in the writer's room. So sometimes it's just easy to pitch your own, sell your own goods while you're in the room.
They ever reject a voice and go, that's just not funny or it's not right?
Usually what Seth does is he records you and then doesn't tell you and later replaces you. It's fabulous. It's a very,
That's nice.
you know, we call it backstabbing sometimes. But, it's beautiful.
You wrote for Pinky and the Brain?
I did.
Really?
Yep. With
Very
the writing
clever
partner.
show.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was, you know, there was Pinky as well as the Brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hence the title.
Yes.
Very good.
In the later years, it was Elmira and Pinky and the Brain, if you remember that. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Never
well,
liked when they changed cartoons. I like
it's
just...
the Scrappy-Doo syndrome for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It happens.
Never like that. Keep them the way they started.
You're not going to go for Opie and Anthony and Alex.
Yeah, we got him to deal with.
It's just a pitch.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Hey, this is how you boys doing?
Pretty good.
Good. I was just going to see Alex and Family Guy live at Town Hall on Saturday. I wanted to see what's the cast going to do that day.
It's pretty neat. There's a giant vat of mud, and we're all very scantily clad, and we kind of roll around, and lots of tongue.
Nice.
It's a reading. It's a live reading of a script. We kind of sit in a semicircle and we do a reading, and there's a giant screen with animation that sometimes we sync up to, and then there's a lot of ad-libbing, and it's extremely filthy, and most everybody on stage is drunk, is wasted in some way, and then we also sing. Seth and I will be singing.
Ooh.
Yes, there's a Family Guy album, so we'll be singing a song from it, and then there's some Q&A from the audience.
Are there any pictures?
Any pictures?
Can we take pictures, autographs, anything like that?
I don't know. They're usually pretty anal about the not in a good way anal about the people coming up with stuff to sign. But I don't know what the rules will be here in New York.
Are you guys sold out?
I think it is sold out.
Sold out?
Yeah.
There's some eBay.
Oh yeah,
scraps,
a long time ago. All right, let's thanks, buddy. Let's go to John in Kentucky. John, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
I was wondering if she could do a fake an orgasm in that Lois voice.
Interesting.
Well, she talked about balls. She might just do it for us today. We'll see.
Sure. Here it goes.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ow. Peter.
That's it.
That's it.
It's brief, isn't it? Interesting.
Wow.
Well, that's a quickie.
Really gives it to her.
That's a quickie.
Peter doesn't have any stamina.
That's a quickie.
That's a quickie.
And that's usually 5 minutes after Peter has left the room.
Yeah. Oh.
That's just how it goes.
If it works for her.
All right, we got to take a break.
Yeah.
And then Seth's calling in as well. You
Hey.
want to hang for the Seth interview, or?
You guys tell me.
Yes. And that's
Sure.
what we'll do. Alex Borstein from Family Guy in studio, and we'll continue in just a bit.
Yeah.
Which, what?
What?
Where?
Sure. What?
Who?
Bull latch.
We have problems.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. I'm doing the best I ever did. Now go away. I'm doing the best I ever did. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best I ever did. Now go away.
All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program, running out of show. Let's set the scene here. You got Opie, you got Anthony, you got Jim Norton, and you got Alex Borstein from Family Guy. And on the phone is your boss.
Uh-oh.
Are you in there?
I'm in here.
Where are you, in L.A.?
No, I'm in New York.
Oh. You like that?
Isn't that fancy?
Wow, it sounds like you guys don't like each other.
Oh, we see each other every single day, all day.
It wasn't a hi, it was, oh, you're in there.
Seth's sick of me.
No, it's the awkward, hey, how's it going? But we also know that like a whole bunch of people are listening, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, she's talking dirty as Lois here in
good
in the studio today because we're on the satellite radio, and she just did a fake orgasm, and your character Peter didn't last too long there, Seth.
That's probably that's probably about right. He craps out pretty early.
I was wondering maybe we could try that again, maybe a little interaction here.
Whatever you want, man.
Seth's much shyer than I am.
Are you shy, Seth?
Sounds it.
Well, I'm she's much better with the off the cuff than I am. I tried to join an improv group in college and was laughed off the stage for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, all right. Well, you're talking to some.
Oh, poor millionaire.
You're talking to some huge fans of Family Guy. Congratulations.
We have we have a character named Opie on the show this year, don't we?
Oh, yes, we do. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And we do have a fabulous radio bit coming soon.
Oh, you'll love that.
Very wacky.
Very, very. Oh, it's
zany.
Beyond wacky.
It's ridiculous.
You guys are obviously going to keep your edge, right? The climate's different, though. You got to admit, with the stupid Janet Jackson thing.
Yeah, I mean, we deal with that every single day. I mean, it is what it is, and who knows how far it'll go. I'm hoping that it's a lot of bluster, but it's too early to say.
Right.
And it wasn't even a good boob. It wasn't even
No,
worth
yeah,
it.
it was. I mean,
it was.
She's 68, and
the reality is, no one really saw the boob until all the news stations showed us what we missed and slowed it down and freeze framed and oh my God, look how awful this is.
Yeah, that's
how's our ratings?
So who's the one that watched a lot of television growing up? Because obviously somebody is really into TV. The Star Trek references on the show are hysterical.
The Lost in Space.
Yeah, any of the old any of the old
Fonzie.
television references are right on the money, and somebody had to spend a lot of time in front of a
Yeah,
television.
well, there's a whole Fonzie episode coming up, but
really,
I mean, not a whole Fonzie episode. The lawyers wouldn't want me to say that, but it's yeah. I mean, the Star Trek references. Yeah, that's kind of my wheelhouse.
Really?
Nerd.
Nerd, geek, right? Yeah.
I think when you reach a certain tax bracket, it becomes okay. Bang! Zoom!
Hey, what are some of the storylines with the new episodes? I know you guys are going to tackle, like, gay marriage and what else? Peter's going to be, like, the poster child for, like, fat people or something, right?
You make it sound so funny.
I know. I'm just trying to remember.
Cancer, I think, is another episode.
The National Association for the Advancement of Fat People.
That sounds like it's gonna be funny. Real good.
We hit all the comedy buttons with retardation.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Autism and flat feet.
Yeah, like any show, there are some episodes that are weaker than others, but hopefully most of them are good.
Tell me about it. We're going through that today, actually.
We have what Family Guy has that no other show has is a pedophile as one of our recurring characters, Herbert.
Ooh.
So that's enough
Like
there.
that.
We can rest on that for a couple of years.
We have that too. Big Kev, he's sitting right there. Big Kev brings in toys anytime anybody is here on the show as a guest that has any kind of toy line out. He always brings them in and gets them signed. Did you get it signed?
I did.
You did?
I signed it for him.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
Seth, they have toys that we have not even seen yet.
Really?
Yes.
See, if you were more like Gene Simmons, like you said, you'd have smashed it and thrown it at him and said, you're infringing on my income. He
Is
got
that-
real angry like Gene Simmons does. Oh, Gene Simmons doesn't like bootleg anything.
Well, I don't think they're bootleg. They're just...
You're talking about Gene Simmons from Kiss, right?
No, we're talking about
Not
the
Gene
old
Simmons.
actress from the 50s. That used to confuse me when I look at the TV guy and go, why is Gene Simmons in that movie?
Why is he spelling his name with a J?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I never thought of that.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jimmy.
she's rough.
Hey, Seth, do you talk about the 9/11 thing still?
Yeah. It's.
Have you ever heard this story? You were supposed to be on the
two
plane,
planes
right?
here in New
Whoa.
York.
Well,
What, the story?
but he was supposed to be on the plane,
But you
no?
meant just overall. Yeah, I kind of heard about it, Opie.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be on the plane.
Seth was.
That's
Really?
yeah. I mean, it's all kind of been told, but yeah, that's sort of the I missed it by about 10 minutes, and because I was drinking the night before. I was hungover.
And that's why you missed the plane?
There's a combination of reasons. It was that, and it was causing me to run late, and also my travel agent had written 8:15 as far as the departure time, as opposed to 7:45.
Isn't that amazing?
I never heard the story. Because I've always
It's
wondered.
amazing.
I mean, you knew obviously there were people in the country who were supposed to be there but missed the flight because of traffic or whatever. Which one were you supposed to be on? Which flight?
The first one.
Which
Flight 11.
Oh, American Airlines.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when you heard that? I mean, what
Well,
goes through your head?
The only reason I'm somebody who's chronically late, and I've missed more flights than I've made.
You should
so-
also mention that you're someone who hates flying.
Well, yeah. It's that goes without saying. I just I can't stand it. But it's I've missed so many flights that it took some of the sting out of it. That's like, oh God. Well, I guess it's good that I'm that I can't get anywhere on.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those 1 in a million things. It just
Right.
happens all the time. But still, that's got to be one of those things where
It was
it
intense from
kind
our
of
end. We were
freak you out.
ready to work. He was flying back in because we had to record, and I was
Mhm.
going in for a record day and knew that what had happened, saw the footage of what had happened, but didn't know that the whole world had kind of stopped. Like, I didn't know we wouldn't be going to work. I drove to work, and they all looked at me and said, "That was Seth's plane." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it
but
was
he
a lot
didn't make
worse
it.
for people who
Yeah.
it wasn't as bad for me because I knew what had happened, and I mean, it was
Isn't that
bad,
crazy?
but it wasn't as, for people who thought that I was on that plane, it was obviously a lot worse.
Do you still have your ticket?
It was an electronic ticket, and I have the itinerary that I was faxed somewhere.
Dude, it's weird. You actually saw what would undoubtedly have been your death. I mean, it's very rare to see that. It's like, does that change the way you look at life?
Well, I saw I saw my own death when Family Guy premiered in 1999.
Another disaster.
Good night, everybody. It was. I mean, I was actually sleeping in the airport lounge, and so I was exhausted, and I woke up because there was all this commotion. I didn't see the first plane hit until they started replaying it.
Jesus.
Isn't that insane?
I don't know. That's one of those things that it seems like it would take you a little while to deal with, Going, oof. You kind of run it through in your mind. What if you're just sitting there and...
Yeah. I think that stuff probably happens to us, though, more than we know. I mean,
but it's not on the news like
something
that.
that huge.
Just, something that big.
That's
video
100% guaranteed result. Like, we all have speculation, like, well, maybe 5 minutes later I would have hit that bus, but that's 100%. There's no room for doubt.
Could have been the guy, hit Mohammed Atta right in the face. Might have been the guy, so it's not guaranteed.
There was somebody that posted on one of the Family Guy websites afterwards that said, I bet if Seth had been on that plane, he would have kicked their asses. And like, boy, you've obviously never seen me.
Right? Star Trek animation.
You may have cried them into guilt.
Yeah, exactly. I would have. All right, let's all just talk this out like reasonable people.
Wow.
Seth, I hear a lot of Brian in your voice. Obviously, you do Brian, Peter, Stewie. You want to do a little something here?
Yeah, God, all right. Just why don't you people leave me alone about this? For God's sake.
Now, Stewie, you be nice to Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, you be nice to Opie and Anthony.
No, what? Stewie, do you need a nap?
Do you need a punch in the face?
God damn, that is great.
Oh, dear God.
And we need a little Peter before this show ends. Just a little. Please.
Hey, I can give you a whole lot of Peter. Right down there. Look down. There it is. See that? Right there.
No, what's with the scrotum on the chin? Is that
at you?
I don't know. It just looks funny.
That truly is you can't look at it without thinking, they drew a scrotum on his chin. It's pretty much what they did there.
When I was a kid, my cousins used to, anytime there was someone with that type of chin on television, they would point and say, oh, look, check it out, that guy's got a wicked fanny chin.
Fanny chin?
Now, see, that's funny. You guys saw scrotum. I saw a turnover.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
See? It's just the difference.
It's all about perception.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you a big Red Sox fan? Being from New England, there.
I'm a big Patriots fan. The Reds. If I had to pick a baseball team, it would be the Red Sox. Certainly, I don't really follow baseball like a lot of people, but I'm more of a football guy.
Yeah. All right. All right. A lot of people asking when.
But they seem like just delightful guys.
There you have it. So a lot of people asking when the movie's coming out.
The movie, there's no plans for a theatrical release yet, but we do have a direct-to-DVD Family Guy movie that's going to be out later in the year, and I think around the fall.
Okay. And then, of course, you start up on Fox again Sunday
May 1st, Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
How excited are you?
We're pretty excited.
I mean, you've been vindicated.
Yeah.
I mean, people loved the show from the beginning, but they never gave it a shot. And then now you're back because of the fans, Alex was saying.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, know what's funny about that? We're friends with Barry Williams, who's Greg Brady, but we refuse to call him Barry. We say, hey, Greg.
He just calls him. I'm sure he loves that.
Oh, he gets so pissed off.
Name droppers.
I'm sure.
Oh, that's a big name dropper right there.
That really was the worst one ever.
I'm sure that it's like calling Gary Coleman Arnold.
Yeah. Someone wants to know if Lois could actually hear Stewie when he's doing all that stuff on the show. Of course not, right?
We've never heard this question before, have we? Seth?
Yeah, no,
I know.
Never get asked this. Everyone on staff kind of has a different take. I mean, the general kind of process that we've sort of settle on, I guess, is that Lois and Peter and people inside the house, with the exception of Brian and to some extent Chris, can't they can't respond to him. They can't respond to things that he asks. But once he gets outside, we could take a few more liberties because.
Oh, my God. We got to cut you off. We're on a master computer. They're going to shut the show off. Seth, thank you so much. Alex,
right.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Family Guy this Sunday starts up again.
That's it. I'm out of here.